Iguodala to Curry. Backhand Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Side into the end zone. Jump ball. And it is. Is it caught? Is it caught? Oh, my goodness, it's caught. DeAndre Hopkins caught it. He caught it for a touchdown with 1 second left.
Oh,
Hey-o. Let's go.
Happy 2021.
First pot of the new year.
First pot of the new year.
Happy New Year, fellas.
What a good time to be alive.
Yes,
I
we
think-
made it through 2020. We are a part of the select few.
That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
really, we made it. It's about all you can celebrate about 2020 if you made it.
What's your guys' New Year's resolutions off the top of the dome piece? Go. Travis.
I don't have one.
Damn it. You will come back to you. Aaron.
Okay, let me think.
Shit. Probably just more gym, eating a little bit better.
Nice. I like that.
That's usually everybody's, right?
Yeah. I don't have one either necessarily.
So the
but
guy who brought up the question.
I really want to try and get into investing some money a little bit on the side and just trying to,
My buddy CJ does a lot of investing.
we'll have to chat him up, I think there's two things you could do when you start making money. You could blow that money or you can put it away for the future, and that's what I want to try and learn a little bit about this year. And then, of course, got to get some abs for the wedding. Hopefully I can
you're
get
gonna
there.
be a married man at the end of the year, huh?
God, that's
I
scary.
know. These two gents are best men and
That we
groomsmen or whatever you call them. Groomsmen?
Yeah,
There you go. Okay,
Also,
gotcha.
my friend Olivia, you remember Olivia Quillen?
Yes.
She's getting married this year.
Dang.
So that's exciting.
Lots of
I
moves
don't know
being
if she
made.
listens to the podcast.
You
but
better.
I was talking to her over the weekend, so I'm excited for her, too.
Nice, brother. Heck yeah. Travis, did you come up with something?
Yeah, I want
Nice.
to go to the gym more, and I want to save money and invest money. That's the things I came up with while I was listening to you guys' take.
Good job, Travis.
Thanks.
Originality.
What about you, Chris? Anything?
Chris.
I just carry on from last year, so breaking out my comfort zone, and this year adding on to that, just trying to share more of myself with everybody else in the world.
That's
So,
got a little
nice.
depth to it, man.
Nice.
does.
Ours sounds like shit now, dude.
Yeah,
Chris has a lot of business goals going on. He probably won't mention those on air, but he's doing a lot of big things for sure with Copy and Steel Studio, gotten a lot of partnerships. So shout out Chris for that. And
Thank you.
yes, all right, let's just get on with everything.
Let's do
Sports.
it. Lots to talk about, huh? Where are we
God.
starting at?
A
Just
ton
the
of stuff.
start of it, by the way, just we talk sports every Monday or Tuesday when we do this. Recently, we haven't watched a lot of sports together, and I think that's been pretty fucking ironic. We'll talk sports, we'll text throughout the week and
Yeah.
shit, our thoughts and bullshitting, but we haven't sat down like we used to and everything. You got like a immediate family that you
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
and then Daniel, being engaged, he's got a lot of priorities. I'm just sitting on my ass in my bachelor pad with 3 other roommates, so.
Not bad, and we'll take Aaron's
Well, that's
life.
what we did this weekend.
But exactly, these boys finally came over. We barbecued a little bit and got to watch Chargers beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations on your toilet bowl win.
Hey-o.
Hey, it was a
Titans.
bigger win than you think, man. We'll get into it later, but
We will.
I feel it, but it was nice to watch sports again.
it was.
And we threw some darts. Aaron
Oh,
beat
yeah.
us. We'll give him credit where credit's due. Shout out.
Of course I did.
All righty. I'm done with all that.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
it easy.
Let's hop into the rundown. Oh, it's a very short rundown, but there's a lot of depth within this, so don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll talk and our minds will go crazy. So, first thing, NFL Wildcard Weekend, we are here. Obviously, there's an additional 7th seed in each division, so that's kind of exciting. I think they're calling it what are they calling it? The
Super wild card.
Super Wildcard. That's the
Or
term.
the wild, or
It's like the wild card. I think that's what they're calling
they're
it.
calling it, it's not the wild, but they're calling it a fancy name. I think it's called the super wild card.
All right, we'll fact check that later, but yeah, Super
They
Wild
did not
Card
put a lot
division.
of effort in that.
Yeah, I know. It was
Do you think they
it's
put a
kinda
lot
like-
of effort in the Super
Super
Bowl?
What about
That's true.
and the Washington football team as well?
The NFL half-asses everything and still gets away with it. So
Facts.
They're used to it.
So we'll break that down. We're not going to go true spreads. We think it'd be funner to just do straight up with that one, and we'll just kind of tell you who we think's going to win. Then you got Aaron's NFL MVP. I think he's got his finalist, so not top 5, and then probably an honorable mention as well in there.
It's more like I got my winner and a runner-up.
Winner and a runner-up. Okay. And then head coaching mix and match. Obviously, there's a lot of NFL vacancies right now. Chargers just released Anthony Lynn. Shout out. Love the guy, but that's exciting. A lot of other vacancies. Where do we think who goes and does things? Sports.
Yeah, that.
Okay. I've got my
Someone's
own.
going somewhere and doing something. We know that, though.
All that. Then I've got an NBA top 10 power rankings. I'll be doing this, taking over for
Oh,
Travis's
yeah.
NFL. I'll probably butcher the first round, but I'll get better as time goes. And then we're rounding out with a game. Do we have a game?
I was thinking of doing a number game for kicks.
Yes.
All right. Travis will just come up with a number game off the top of the dome piece.
It's the best game, and it's
the best
easy to
game.
come up
It's
with.
easy.
All right, cool. Do you have some on the top of your head?
I know
Okay.
numbers, Dan.
Fair
I can think
enough.
of stuff.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's jump into the wild card weekend. Very exciting weekend we got in store. So Saturday slated games are on the left-hand side. So the first one, Colts at Bills at 10:05. Okay.
God, what a 6 games.
That's I was about to say. I was like, there's a lot of football going on, and I'm happy that they're doing the 3-3.
This is fire.
I think this is perfect. College is done as well. I think they got the national championship, but that's it.
That's
You know
on
what I mean?
Monday.
Like last week, we had a lot of bowl games. It was fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama and losing or winning and everything. And now it's going to be
Clemson
Alabama.
getting
Clemson
smacked.
getting smacked by Ohio. So having Saturday, this is genius. Colts and Bill, what a start. You know what I mean? This is fantastic. Bills is arguably the hottest team in the NFL. Josh Allen looks like an MVP candidate.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's looked fantastic. He had off and on throughout the year, but the last 6 weeks when you need to be hot, he's fucking red hot. Probably the hottest quarterback in the NFL if your name's not Aaron Rodgers. But the Colts have been the Colts, and we'll see if what possibly Phillips' last game in the NFL possibly.
Yeah, it could
Maybe.
be.
But what are your guys' kind of thoughts on what's going to be the outcome, how Josh Allen does against this Colts defense and the emergence and also of Jonathan Taylor in the rushing offense of the Colts?
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor actually ended up being 3rd in the NFL in rushing this year.
We got the 11.
Only 900 yards behind the first guy.
Yeah,
How funny is that?
He had 11-27.
Yeah,
which
but he was a rookie. You know, that's impressive. That's a good job. Like, I love Jonathan
He
Taylor.
had 253 last week.
Yeah, he definitely popped up there at the
And
end.
he wasn't getting all the reps the first 5-6
Oh, no,
games
he
too, so
split
that's
with
impressive.
Naheem Hines, right?
Yeah, and
And
then
he still was throughout the year with Hines.
there was another guy too. I
Well,
can't.
Marlon
think of
Mack
his name.
started, but he.
And there was another guy too.
Was there a third guy?
Even a fourth guy.
Oh,
but
fourth
anyway-
guy, I mean, yeah.
Anyways, that's fine. Real quick before we go into this, where do you guys put if there's 5 tiers of quarterbacks? Tier 1 is like Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, maybe let's just say Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers for sure, and maybe Russell Wilson. Tier 2 is like your Drew Brees status.
Brady.
Tom Brady's right now. You know, obviously at one point
Josh
he was tier
Allen.
1.
Josh Allen.
Is Josh Allen 2, 3, 4? So there's 5 tiers. Where is he on that?
He's
Is
my
he-
second tier. He's on my second tier.
He's the top of the second tier, too.
He's
Like,
the top of the second tier. He's
He's,
scratching the third tier.
if you look at this Buffalo
scratching
Bills
the
team,
one.
Scratching
if
the
it
one tier.
wasn't for the Hail Murray that happened against the
Facts,
Cardinals, they
bro.
would have won 10 straight games, 14-2, tied with the number 1 seed with the Chiefs.
But you're wrong. Something ironic. The Titans beat him 42-16.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Titans.
Bodied
I
him.
mean, like not weird because the Titans are a good team, a playoff team, won
But,
the
I mean,
AFC South. But
Good teams don't get beat that bad.
they don't get beat like that. And guess what? He threw 2 picks against the 28th ranked defense. So
Yeah.
weird. That's where the up and down is.
Like, Josh Allen also wasn't super impressive when he played the Chargers. That was honestly the only Bills game I watched start to end.
Yeah.
But I wasn't super impressed with him that game. But if you look at the body of work, all the touchdowns, all the yards he had, what Sean McDermott did with this team, like, I feel like
13-3.
the defense is
That's
so
filthy,
good.
bro.
And they're going to disrupt whatever Phillip Rivers and all them try to do, and they're going to control the ball. I don't want to give away my pick just yet, but I think my pick is pretty obvious in what I think is going to happen. The Bills are probably the most complete team in the league.
No, we are giving away our picks right now. That's what we're doing.
Well, I mean, like towards the end of the whole discussion of this game, right? That's
Well,
when
I'll
we're
go
gonna
ahead and
pop
do
the
it.
three.
Bills.
Okay.
Fuck me, dude. It's the Bills. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people are imagining. Phil just has some Phil magic in the beginning of the games. It seems like the Colts always get into big leads, and then they blow them late. He's going to blow this late, but Josh Allen's going to blow it wide open. But I think the Colts are going to open up be winning after the first quarter, and everyone's going to be like, oh, shit. But then it's going to change in Josh. That's how I think the game's going to go.
I feel you.
I think the Bills are going to control the game.
The whole
Like,
game?
I think
Start
it's,
to
I don't think
finish?
it's going to be a blowout, but I think it's going to be like 30-21, 30-24. I think the Colts are going to make somewhat of a push at the end, but I think the Bills are going to comfortably win.
It's a hard one. Did the Bills make the playoffs last year with Josh
I
Allen?
believe so, yes.
I think
they
they
didn't win
did.
the division, but they made the playoffs.
Did they get bounced like the first round? Or
Yes.
Yeah, they got bounced first round. That's fine. I mean, Josh Allen first time in the playoffs. I understand. That changes it for me. I think, with a little bit of playoff experience, Josh Allen should be able to get it done. My heart wants the Colts because I want my boy Phillip Rivers to go a little further.
Fucking hate Phillip Rivers.
Hey, come on, dude. Stop it. But, yeah, I think the Bills will get this W. Josh Allen looks great. He's got Stephon Diggs, who's the leading receiver as far as reception yards this year.
Yeah, we mentioned Josh Allen all the time.
Yeah,
he has
I
the
know.
most receptions. He has the most receptions this year.
Oh, not yards.
and he has the most yards.
Yeah,
bro.
he's
Everything,
like the
yeah.
number one.
Yeah, he's the one in both categories with
Touchdowns
14.
is Devontae Freeman though.
No, Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams, yeah.
with 18.
Oh, he has like 18.
He
Yeah,
has
exactly.
18 in 14 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way,
So he's big time too. So Stephon Diggs has been great, man. Their defense has been good. They were even better last year a little bit. The window's right for them. I think they proceed on and get to the second round for sure. Next, Wago, let's go to that 140 game. I know the second one's the Bucks Washington, but the 140 game, which is the next game on Saturday, we got the Bears at the Saints. It has to be at the Saints. Now the Bears, they had to have a lot of things happen. First off, they should have been able to win, or they should have won against the Packers in order to make the playoffs, but like 3 teams lost, so the Bears were able to make it in. They're facing the Saints as a result, and I think they're going to get waxed. Absolutely. What do you guys think?
I don't think they get waxed. I think it's hilarious. This is why I say this. Like, the Bears were 5-0. Everyone was, and then they went 0-5 right afterwards, right? Or something.
They were 5-1 and lost 6 straight. Yeah.
Yeah,
But they were 5-0. They sat down Mitch Trubisky while he was undefeated, and they put in old boy.
and then they put Mitch back in, and he's done well. So it's comical to me, and this is what I'm saying is that he got him to the playoffs. Mitch, me saying that they are probably going to re-sign him. It's such a Bears thing to do. They're going to re-sign a mediocre quarterback, probably to like a Tannehill-like deal, and it's going to be a huge mistake, and it's going to be hilarious. But I don't think they get waxed in this. The reason I don't think they get waxed in this is because it seems like Drew Brees in the playoffs, it gets figured out, and Khalil Mack, being Khalil Mack, I think he steps up, and it makes it a game. And that's the only reason. It's because the Bears defense hasn't been as good, but they're formidable. And if it's Khalil Mack does anything that he's used to is what makes this a game. I still pick the Saints to win this. I agree with what you said with like keeping a game in control with the Bills. This is kind of how I felt with the Saints. I think they win something like 34-23 possibly. But Khalil Mack, if he makes, some sack fumble plays against Drew and he seems like gets shaken up, that could be the difference. But the only way that the Bears win.
Yeah, I'm pretty on board with you. I don't think the score will be that high. I think this is going to be a very defensive game. Saints have like one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Bears are in because of their defense. I just feel like it's going to be a very low scoring, low intensity game. Not intensity, but like it's just not going to be up and down the field a lot. It's going to be very low scoring. I think that the Saints defense is going to be way too much for Trubisky, and I think Drew Brees is going to make mistakes. I think Drew Brees is going to be like
Couple
very
turnovers
limited in
each
what he
team?
can do. Yeah, I think there's going to be turnovers. I think it's going to be like 17-10. But I am also still taking the Saints.
There's no way. You know why they're not going to? There's no way that they only get 17. That's why I think it's going to be a little bit higher. And the only reason it's going to be 34-23 is because the Bears are going to have so many possessions. Kamara rested last week. Do we understand that?
COVID, yeah.
Because of COVID, but like he took a week and a half off now. Arrested Kamara, who was Offensive Player of the Year last year, who has
In
been
the game
outstanding
before, he
this
had
year.
6 touchdowns in the
And
game.
so he rested against a Bears. I think Kamara just shits off, and that's where the 30. Kamara's going to have an outstanding game. I can already feel it.
Also, to your point, I know we're talking about Khalil Mack, and he can be the difference maker. I just talked to Thomas, and
He hasn't done shit recently.
yeah, he hasn't really been doing all that much. I still think he's a great player, and I'm sure he's getting double teamed. I can't eye test the Bears. I haven't really watched much of them. But I talked to Thomas, our resident Bears fan, today for like a half hour, and he said, look, everybody talks about Khalil Mack. Roquan Smith, their middle linebacker, he's like, he didn't get any Pro Bowl. He wasn't in the Pro Bowl or anything, but he's like, I promise you that dude is an absolute monster, and he is the best defensive player on our team. So with that, Roquan Smith is out. He got hurt in the Green Bay game, bro. And so he said the game was tight between the Bears and the Packers last week until Roquan got hurt. And then apparently Aaron Rodgers was like, who's that dude that just replaced 58? Let me throw at that dude all day long. And that's what he did, bro. He just picked on him. So that's going to be a real big sore. So for that reason, I think the Saints will go off on him. And that was just a little side intel for y'all.
Give us your
Thomas.
score.
My score is 27-13. 27-13. That's not an ass
A
beating.
lot of field goals.
Yeah. That's what I think is right. I don't think the Saints, like I said, they'll rest on their defense, and it won't be a crazy light up score game, but that's what I go. So I think I split you guys kind of in the middle. Next game, it's the night game.
Hold on real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Just letting you guys know we are legitly live.
Oh, are we?
We're
Yeah.
live on the YouTubes.
Yeah, this is live.
Do we have
on
anybody
YouTube.
that's listening or on?
How many live viewers do we have?
Well, right now we have 3 live YouTube viewers.
Really?
I just tested out comments, so it works, and I think it's Matt Man Games.
Oh, that's probably my kid, Matt.
Yeah.
What up, Matt?
Hey, Matt, are you
Looks
listening?
Great.
Ask us some questions, friends. All right, let me just blow up some people. Catch us on YouTube Live. All right, next game we got is the Buccaneers at Washington. This is the night game. You guys send out your text. I'll talk about this in a second.
I got mine out.
This is the night game, Saturday,
reply to
5:15. Let's talk about the controversy between this one. Chase Young, Washington's, prized defensive end.
Controversy. He's just
Not controversy, but just like the scoop, the inside gossip. Chase Young was saying, hey, I want a piece of the GOAT. I want a piece of Tom Brady. I'm going to get after him. And then Bruce Arians kind of had – did you hear what Bruce Arians
Careful
said
what
today?
you wish for,
careful
kid.
what you wish for.
He's like, they don't – the GOAT stands for greatest of all time, brother. Like, you'll see what's coming. So I thought that was kind of cool by Bruce, but I don't really love him. Anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? And I'm going to send my text.
Tom Brady's the hottest quarterback in the NFL right now. Him and A-Rod, like over the last
Tom
2
Brady's
months.
so hot right now.
That Tom Brady is so hot right now. He finished with 40 touchdowns, bro.
43.
43. He like led the league in passing yards and touchdowns the last like month and a half. Like he is going in hot. They figured out the AB thing. Mike Evans is still Mike Evans. Godwin's still Godwin.
Mike
Gronk,
Evans was hurt at the end too. You see that?
did he miss some time?
He missed some time near the end of the game. But yeah, you're right though.
But yeah,
you're not wrong.
they're going, and that defense, like they have a bunch of really good players, but I don't know if they're a great unit right now. But they're definitely better than they've improved throughout the year. This team is coming together. They're getting hot at the right time. And the Washington football team just made the playoffs with the Eagles doing their whole controversy. We can get into that if we want to.
Sure.
And having a losing season, like winning the division. Like Chase Young, if you're 11-5, 12-4 or something hot right now, like I'd be okay with you talking smack. But dude, you're a sub 500 team.
I love it.
We got Samuel Grimes over here. Says that football team wins.
that football team. Dude, I love it. Honestly, I love that he's talking because this dude, they've talked nothing but good things about him, of him being a leader, especially coming as a rookie. He's going to get Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's the captain of the
That's
the
my
team
point.
right now.
That's my point. And then you get Alex Smith. It's a feel-good story of what this team is. You know what I mean? It's a whole, going from number 1 pick, or one of the number 1 picks, number 2 pick, but it's a feel-good story, and you're rooting for him, and I hope he fucking rips Tom Brady a new one. Honestly, I fucking hate Tom Brady. But,
Yeah, why not?
I mean, why not? That'd be fucking awesome. And you saw, remember the Seahawks and the Carolina that came in at 7-9, and then they won their first wild card round? I doubt that it happens, but I'm fucking rooting for it. If I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm rooting for Chase Young all the way. With that being said, you said all the right things, Travis. Tom Brady's hot. Yeah, Tom Brady's hotter than shit. This fucking guy is going to probably go for at least 400. Is kind of how I'm feeling with this team. AB's look fantastic. He's had 3 touchdowns over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
2 last week.
with Chris Godwin also getting 4 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. So, they're very balanced on their rushing attack. Rojo can go off at any time, seemingly. They're hot. And so I think they beat him probably, and this is being nice, I think it's going to be like 31-14, 31-14, 31-17 max.
You want to give him? Let me give my score real quick before Dan gets into it.
Okay, yeah.
I think this is going to be a shootout. I think
Shootout? With who? Alex Smith? You
Yes,
got me
I
fucked
do.
up.
I think it's going to be Tampa Bay winning 35-28. I think that
A shootout with Alex Smith checking it down.
The football team,
Fucking guy.
the football team is going to be like super amped. Alex Smith being in the playoffs, doing everything that they accomplished.
Who's he going to throw it to? I love Scary Terry, but
Chenault, whatever that rookie's name is, Chenault.
Is that where
He's a great
Chenault's on
receiver.
Jacksonville, by the way.
Oh, he's on Jacksonville. That's right.
Yeah.
What's number 17 they got? Anyways,
You got McLaurin.
That's
That's
Scary
it.
Terry,
That's
bro.
what,
McLaurin.
that's
What
who
I
he was
meant.
talking about,
That's what I
yeah.
meant. McLaurin. Sorry,
But
Chenault,
by the way,
McLaurin,
his numbers are not half what they were with even Dwayne Haskins, who has a bad arm. Like, Alex Smith doesn't love to use them as much.
Tight
I
ends are running
like.
backs.
I
McKissick
like.
is who-
It's in
Marcus
Washington
McKissick.
D.C. It's in Washington D.C. Alex Smith is going to have this team.
Why is it in Washington? Oh, because
They won the division.
Bro, that's so
I
wild.
think that this
God,
is going to be a
that's so-
closer game. I think it's going to be 35-28, and I'm going with Tampa Bay to win.
I think that's a little high scoring for Washington. I mean, they've rested on, having a great defense this whole year. That's really been their thing. Yeah, just to retouch on what you guys are saying, Antonio Brown had 12 receptions last week for 150-something yards and 2 tutties, so he's going off. 3 tutties in the last 2 weeks, like you said. Chris Godwin was right there behind him, also had 2 touchdowns, and Tom Brady had over 400 yards, 0 turnovers. You guys all said all this, but I'm just re-saying it again because I want to. They are truly clicking. I also think, hey, Chase Young, bro, you just gave Tom Brady bulletin board material.
Like he needed any, right?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I think he likes that. He needs a chip on his shoulder. He's been doing this for 20-something years. And, I think the Bucs will beat them. I think it'll be 28 to, I'll say 17 for Washington. That's a respectable game.
I think all 3 games you said 17.
I did?
Some score, yeah.
Whatever. That's how I feel.
Dude, with the scores this year, you never know if someone's going for 2 or missing a fucking PAT. So it's going to be like 16 to 29 or some dumb shit.
Yeah, I like
definitely could
the 17. It's like
17's a good
2
number.
touchdowns, maybe you get a rush in there, maybe you get a check down to McKissick, and then you get a field goal, and that's that,
There you go.
All right, let's move on to Sunday.
Go ahead, Aaron. You set us up.
All right, let's just do the same thing. We're just going to go with the morning game, which the morning game is the wild card round, which is the Ravens at the Titans. The Titans are hosting a playoff game. It's the first time since 2008 that they're hosting a playoff game, so this is a big deal for us. They're hosting the Ravens. This is we've played them 3 times in the last year. We played them in a regular season, in the playoffs last year when they were favored, and then now this time. The Ravens have every reason to have revenge on this game, and the Ravens are clicking at the right time. They've averaged 36 points over the last 4 games. However, they've played 4 of the 5 worst defenses in NFL. So like they're getting hot, but they're getting hot against really bad teams. So are they clicking? Yes, but you take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. With that being said, the Titans are also clicking. They had a really bad outing against Green Bay where they got embarrassed by Aaron Rodgers. It was I saw that coming. You guys didn't necessarily. You thought they were going to be able to run through them somehow, but I saw that coming. They answered pretty well against the Texans. Our defense is still atrocious. However, Watson, as much as I've talked shit on him, he's had an outstanding year. He looked amazing against us. But I told my boy CJ already, I think the Ravens are going to win this game. And that kills me to say because a Titans fan, AFC, everything, but it's a revenge game. And I think the Ravens are, they have the number 1 rushing offense in NFL right now over the last 5 weeks, at least. Lamar Jackson, 1,000 yards last 2 years, first quarterback to ever do that. They're clicking. They had 400 yards rushing last week. They could have had 500. And so against a really, really shitty defense, unless Derrick Henry does this 250 thing again, and we just are clicking on offense, which is a possibility. We have amazing offense. I just don't think the Titans pull this one off. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be. I'm going to go with 35-31 Ravens.
I like it. I was kind of nervous about saying this earlier, but now that you said it, I feel a little bit better. I was going to kind of go with the Ravens too, just because I really like the mental makeup of Lamar Jackson. Every year he seems to improve. I know this year statistically he's took a step back, but I also think he kind of carried a bigger role as a leader for the Ravens, and I think that this year he's going to go into the playoffs with a chip on his shoulder.
He still had 26 touchdowns throwing and 9 interceptions. And
exactly.
I know. I'm just going off your point.
Yeah, he still had a great year. I mean, he still led this team to 11-5 with a team that's decimated with injuries. They lost Ronnie Staley, the all-pro left tackle. They lost a lot of physical players, and their big defensive tackle, Calais Campbell. I think that watching Green Bay run all over the Titans the way they did a couple weeks ago, this Baltimore team being that rushing just killer juggernaut that they are, I think that they're going to go in. I think it'll be overtime. I think the Ravens are going to win 27-24.
All righty. I was sending out a little plug on Instagram right now, so that's why I was on my phone a lot. I wasn't really engaged, but Aaron, you picked the Ravens over the Titans. God, is that one paying you?
He's doing it so the Titans win.
I'm
doing the reverse.
So. I'm doing the reverse thing, but I truly believe this one. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't want it to happen. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be ignorant.
Trying to be unbiased. I got you.
Listen, I apologize if I am saying something that you guys already touched on because again, I was posting something for the gram. I think that until old boy on the Ravens shows me that he can win a playoff game, which he's 0-2 now, and he lost to the Chargers, which that was a terrible L, and then he got smacked by who was it last year?
The Titans.
The Titans. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I think it's very easy to game plan for him right now. You load up the box. You make sure you cover up the 2 tight ends. He doesn't have receivers. And by the way,
That's fine.
I'm not
saying that's
oh, go
what
ahead.
Vrabel literally said.
Yeah.
No shit. Almost not word for word, but close to what you say. Like he likes to throw in the middle of the field to his tight ends, and he likes to run it. If we can stop that, we have a chance.
And you know what? I've kind of come around on the fact that, like, I do think Lamar's a good quarterback. They just don't have enough talent at the receiver level. Like, their best receiver is Marquise Goodwin, you know.
No, or even Dez Bryant. Look at the effect that
he's
had
been
on
much
him.
better. Yeah, no, he's
needs
been
a
doing
big,
really
physical
well.
wide receiver. Doesn't have that, but now he does with Dez and
Absolutely. No,
Marquise Brown, by the way.
Marquise Brown, sorry, Hollywood Brown, Antonio Brown's cousin. Yeah, so Dez Bryant has been coming around. You're super right about that. I still think that it's, dude, in the playoffs, things slow down a little bit. You can game plan a little bit more, and I think they're going to cover up all they're going to need to do. And the Titans will win, bro. I really do feel that way.
Still got to stop Derrick Henry.
yep.
Listen, I think it's going to be
A lot easier said than done.
Are you guys just doing like straight up, it's only touchdowns, or what was your score?
I said overtime win for the Ravens 27-24.
Okay. I'm going to say 27. Oh, God, I was going to say 17 again. I'll say
Say 17 if that's what you
I'll
want to say.
say 28-21. Just straight on the nose. 28-21. I picked the Titans, bro. I think they're going to win for sure. I feel really good about that. Probably as good as I feel about any of these picks. Really. Truly, truly.
Well, that's encouraging. Let's go to the 1 o'clock game, and that is the Rams at the Seahawks. This has been a up and down season for both teams, seemingly, right?
It's like 1 week they look. Each of these teams look like Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
And the next week it's like, bro, this guy
Did
get
they
off the
just
field.
lose to the fucking Jets? You know what I mean? Did Rush just throw fucking 3 picks kind of shit? Like, I don't know. This has been a weird one. I just I'm going to start it, if you guys don't mind. I'm just going to run into it.
Real quick before you do, though, let me just tee you up a little bit. Number one, John Wolford might be starting for the Rams.
Not sure if Jared Goff will be there again.
Jared Goff had his thumb surgery. John Wolford he threw a pick early last game.
You look all right.
And he looked okay, and he's mobile. And Sean McVay was actually beaming over him, bro. When they were asking him questions, they're like, yeah, he's got mobility. Jared Goff is an absolute statue. And the only time it's okay to be a statue, number one, is if you're a precision man like Tom Brady, Big Ben, right? You hold up. But this dude over here, Jared Goff, is not a precision man, bro. Like, he's very up and down. So I don't know what they do. He's coming. He got a thumb surgery, I believe, Jared Goff. So he's been out, and they don't know if they're going to be able to get him back. But even if he was healthy, it's a decision to be made, and they might start Wolford over him, bro. So with that, go ahead, Aaron.
With that kind of makes it a little bit
I know.
a little bit easier. I mean, I love him, but a backup against Russ, I'm taking Russ 9 out of 10 times right here. I mean, you would have to have everyone else injured on the Seahawks for me to go against Russ. Is kind of where I'm at. Metcalf has not been Metcalf the last couple weeks. However, I think he does well. Maybe not, just because Jalen Ramsey has literally only allowed 20 yards per game. Have you seen that? He's only allowed, in a passing offense league that we're in, he's literally only allowing 20 yards per game average. That's fucking unreal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For any corner. And Jalen Ramsey is the best of the best. I think he locks him down, but you also got a lot of other options, in my opinion. I don't know if Chris Carson's going to be back, is he?
I don't know.
You guys know that answer? I know he got injured again after he came back.
Let me
But
look up some
anyways, I'm
stuff.
just never going against Russ. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald, so I think it's going to be something around, I'm going to go with 27 to
Low scoring, 27,
27 to 20. That's 47 total points. That's
Okay.
pretty low scoring.
Quick interruption. Not sure if you guys know. Matt Nagy says his team is going to get destroyed. Not sure if that's any one of your
Matt
connections.
Nagy said that his team is going to get destroyed
Yeah.
against the Saints.
The Bears coach said that?
Uh-oh. That's some bad
Really?
leakage.
That's strange.
Oh, my God.
We got to see if we can find
So,
that
yes,
full
they
quote.
will.
Yeah, I agree. you
If
say
my
that-
head coach is saying that, oh, my God, that's going to trickle down like a motherfucker.
He said that, bro? That's an alarming statistic from your head coach. Wow. Okay.
Thanks for the vote of
God,
assurance.
him
buddy.
and Peterson are on the hot
Yeah,
seat
him and
already.
Doug.
Okay, so 27-24,
No, 20. What did I say? 27-20.
27-20, and you got the Seahawks.
Yes.
All right, Trav?
Well, I think that this is going to be a much less close of a game. I think that the Rams are going to move off of Jared Goff this offseason. I think Sean McVay is fed up.
Yeah.
You can tell, like,
You
the
can
first
tell,
2
bro.
years, he's just like, oh, no, it's on me. That's not me. It's not Jared Goff. It's
Yeah.
on me. And then, like, the last, like, half season or so, he's been like, yeah, our quarterback needs to not turn the ball over.
Think about what you traded to get that, by the way.
Yeah, and
to
what
the
you paid
Titans.
him. And
They
what
already
you
paid him. Yeah. If they move on, they're going to eat a hell of a lot of money next year, bro.
I think the real buyout is next year.
Well, yeah, no. If they keep him this year, after
I want
next
to
year.
hear what Cruz says about this. I should have.
Yeah.
Oh, we should ask Cruz, bro.
Fucking Cruz.
He should hop on the live YouTube channel and comment his comment.
I'll send him.
I'll send him a text this week.
Send him a
just to
text.
bullshit.
I almost would think that. What's the guy's name? Walford.
John Wolford.
Wolford. I think the Rams have a better shot if he starts anyways. Jared Goff sucks as is, and with the broken thumb, that guy can get bent. I'll take the other guy.
Bent helmet.
But I just think that the Seahawks are going to be way too much for the Rams. Even though the Rams have their defense, I think the team's going to spiral a little bit. I think they're going to have at least one defensive touchdown and multiple turnovers the Seahawks are going to have because I just think this offense is in shambles.
On a defensive touchdown,
Yeah,
man.
call it a
Put that on
defensive
the fucking-
touchdown.
Call Vegas right now. Put down the
defensive
goddamn books.
touchdown. It's going to be 30-14.
Put some
Seahawks.
money on that.
30-14.
I think it's a good
30?
30-14 Seahawks.
bro. I don't know. Has anyone seen the Seahawks have more than 20 points in the last 6 games? Like, really, if you want to talk about it like
Did
that.
you also know that the
Rams have
Seahawks
a great
defense has been a top 3 the last 6 weeks?
Of course, I'm about to get on all that.
Please, go for it.
So what I was going to tell you is, I think even 27-20, I know you said that's low scoring. I think it's even less than that. So statistics from the Rams-Seahawks game earlier in the year, because they are division rivals. They play each other twice, okay? Jared Goff, and he might not be the quarterback. It might be Wolford, but we have what we have. So he was 24 of 48. I think he had 0 touchdowns. He had 2 turnovers. He had a 60 QBR overall, bro. That's what Jared Goff did. No touchdowns offensively. That was really bad, but you ran up on the Seahawks, who they look very good. Like we said, Carlos Dunlap, Jamal Adams, things like that. And then the Rams have a great defense as well. Russell Wilson hasn't necessarily been lighting it up. You already touched on that. DK Metcalf hasn't been doing much. This one's going to be low, bro. I think it's going to be oh, God, I hate to use the 17 because Travis called me on it, but I think it's going to be like 17-9, bro. Seahawks
Nice.
17,
like
Rams
that.
9, like really, really low. Who knows who starts for the Rams, but Seahawks are, I don't know, man. I hope Russell Wilson can get it together, but I think they definitely will win.
I like that.
All right, cool.
Let's go for the night game. This is a rematch that just happened.
And there's a lot of news coming out of this one.
Uh-oh.
Kyle Stefanski, the head coach, he has COVID. He's not going to
Kevin.
Kevin's he's
And
not
2
gonna
of
be
their
there.
coaches and another
And
player.
2 of their coaches and a couple tight ends, I think, are not going to play.
I'm going to let Travis take the reins on this, please.
Well,
Yeah, give us the
Kevin or
scoop.
Kyle? Which one is it?
Kevin
Stefanski is out. He has COVID. He will not be on the sidelines this
Oh,
weekend.
fuck me.
So, and he's the one who I think turned this whole organization around. He's the reason they're successful. He's brought discipline. This team has not been talking as much as they used to. They're very much under control when it comes to that aspect. I think that they're running the ball fantastically. They have 2 of the best defensive end. Oh, Oliver Vernon. He's not playing either. He's second in the team in sacks with 9. I think that this Browns team is decimated with injuries. They almost blew the lead against the Steelers. If they would have got that 2-point conversion, they would have went to OT with like all of the Pittsburgh Steelers not even playing.
Big Ben wasn't even playing, yeah.
So I have a feeling this is going to be a rout. I'm going to say 38 to Daniel's favorite number 17.
Hey, 38-17?
Yes.
Oh,
I
the
think-
Browns Steelers? Okay, Aaron, what you got?
I don't think it's going to be a route like that. However, I don't think Baker does as much just because, like, playoffs, it slows down. Like you said, it kind of seemingly every possession takes forever. But I don't think they're going to be as explosive. Big Ben's going to come back rested with his old ass, and I think it's going to be something pretty high scoring. I agree, but I think it's going to be closer to like what'd you say, 38?
38-17.
I'm going to go with 34-24.
34-24, the Steelers over the Browns?
Yes.
All right. This is a hard one, bro. It's kind of crazy that you guys have a lot of conviction behind
How does
that
it a
W.
hard one, man? No one on the Steelers played last week. The Browns
And
are
they
missing
lost
their head coach.
24-22, bro. To Duck Hodges or
Yeah,
fucking
Duck Mason Rudolph.
yeah,
or whatever.
Mason Rudolph. They lost 24-22, and they were
I
trying.
know.
The Browns were trying their ass off to get into the
Yeah,
playoffs.
that's
And then the
facts.
first week of the season when
know.
these 2
Fuck
teams
you
played,
mean?
the Steelers won 38 to like 10.
They took some good game
another
notes, bro.
division
Okay,
game. And
come on.
Mike Tomlin, in my opinion, is probably the best coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think so, bro.
think
He's
so as
so
well.
lit. I don't know, man. Just because I think the Steelers' defense is very banged up, I think that the Steelers' receivers, they have a lot of talent, but they drop a shitload of balls recently. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Obviously, you probably noticed that. But I
So
don't
the
know. I
Steelers?
think.
But you still got.
Oh, bro, they have a ton of drops.
I know, but I mean, dude, you still got Claypool that's fucking been a
Dude, he
rookie
drops
standout.
drops
I
a
know. So does fucking Corey Davis. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah,
guys that drop fucking
gotcha.
balls, dude. Give me a fucking break. But you're also having Big Ben in there. I just think it's going to be better. I think their offense is going to flow better. But go on.
I'll say it's going to be 24-21 the Steelers. Really, really close. Like, I almost want to pick the Browns. Really. I don't know why.
You pick the fucking Browns.
No. I think that's it. But I almost want to pick the Browns. That's all I'm going to say. I almost want to.
All right, well, we got our receipts, man.
We got it.
We got our receipts.
We
I
will see.
remember.
I'm switching it. 24-21 the Browns over the Steelers.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's go. Okay. How
I
exciting.
could hear your nuts drop from here, dude.
Where were we all at? Okay, so
That's it.
in recap, Colts, Bills, Travis, you picked who?
I got the Bills, the Bucks, the Saints, Seahawks, Ravens, Steelers.
God, we all picked the same teams, you guys. You
No,
understand
we
that?
didn't. No,
It's
we did
okay.
not.
Except for the Browns.
Guys,
I
pick who
picked the
you
Titans
think-
and the Browns.
Pick who you think's gonna win. It's
I know.
The
fine.
Titans and the
Like,
Browns.
Don't worry
That's
about
not
what
a
we
big
pick.
difference. I picked the Bills for sure, Bucks for sure, Saints for sure, Seahawks for sure. I hope my Titans do it, but I think the Ravens are gonna fucking do it. Those bastards, and then the Steelers for
So
sure.
me and Aaron
So
are.
you guys are identical, and the only outliers is me picking the Titans and then me picking the Browns. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
not gonna
just-
change. I'm not gonna change my pick and pick what I don't think's gonna happen for good radio.
No, 100%. No, that's interesting. You know, obviously, you know, next week will be better, probably more interesting.
It's kind of like the first round of the NBA playoffs. You sort of know, like you have a good
Yeah.
feeling, but I mean anything could happen. Which is interesting that most of us, me and Aaron, picked the Ravens because the Titans were division winners. They're the underdogs as of now. But
No, they're not.
Ravens are
The
favored to
Ravens
win.
came in as 3.5-point favorites.
Oh, that's so irritating, bro. If I
know
was
that?
you, I'd be pissed.
We're home
I would-
underdogs. We're
oh.
home underdogs, and I'm like, and I
That means
love
they're-
that.
that
In
means
my
they-
opinion,
yeah.
I'm like, I love that. I'm like, fuck it, dude. Underdogs. Oh, we were underdogs last time by
Bulletin
fucking
board material.
We were underdogs by like 12 last year, bro.
Yeah. D. Henry's about to have himself a field day, bro.
Bro,
Let's go.
dude.
Come on, baby.
Think about this, dude. Derrick Henry had fucking 34 carries in the last week.
Hold
of the
on.
game.
You got your time. We know
I
he's in
know.
there later,
God,
but I hear
fucking
you.
love him.
All right. What do we got next, Chris? Probably something fun. I don't even know.
Yes.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, great. Here we go. Just very timed. Okay.
Yeah, shut up, David.
What a segue.
That is lit.
Dude, hell of a segue. We're at the end of this. I kind of already know who the MVP is. I think the majority of everyone that's paid attention this year kind of has an idea, but who I think it is and who I want it to be are two different people. I'm going to go ahead and go with the runner-up. And the runner-up is absolutely going to be
I'll just press twice. There we go.
fine. It's Derrick Henry, man. Derrick Henry. Mahomes was the number 2 here forever. He didn't have to play Week 17, so just as a playful, I wanted to put him in. But rightfully so, Derrick Henry needed 223 yards to break 2,000. What's he going to do? He has 250.
Bro.
Like, are you shitting me? By
That's
the way,
filthy, bro.
that's his career high. So you're telling me that
Oh,
you
wow.
needed 223? He had his career high. That was his career high to fucking end the season,
That's
to break
fire.
2,000, to join a 8-member club now. He's also the second player ever to have 2,000 yards and over 15 touchdowns in a season. And he's the first player in recorded anyway, Barry Sanders is the only one, to have 2,000 yards at every single level of football. High school, college, and now NFL.
Oh wow.
That's a good stat.
So, fuck me. Like, Derrick Henry, he's unorthodox watching him. I've watched, obviously, because I'm a Titans fan. I've watched him so many times, and it doesn't look like he's going to break it, and then he's galloping. You know what I mean? He's
He has those long
he's literally
strides.
just a horse. And then, like, when I see people come at him to, like, tackle him, I was like, it's not like he doesn't get stopped sometimes. He's a running back. Of course he's going to get
Yeah.
stopped sometimes. But, like, when he breaks it outside, when I see these little DBs just flying in, he knows that they're flying in, and he's just ready
one.
for it. He just
You know
It's
what's funny?
that far?
I heard a funny thing on one of the podcasts. I think it was on the Colin Cowherd. The thing about Derrick Henry is when the defensive players like DBs and safeties, just when they see Derrick Henry, you notice if you watch the games, they purposely take bad angles so they don't have to take him head on. And that's why he has so many of those stiff arms and like broken foot tackles. Because these little dudes are like, you know what? Oh man, I took a bad angle. Dang it, I got to chase him down now. Because it's a lot easier to try to catch a guy from like the legs than to have to take him on head on because they don't want any of that.
But his wingspan is so long, too, that he's just getting out in front of you. Go ahead, Aaron. You got it, so.
I mean, you said it. I mean, 5th highest total in NFL history. He's done something that literally only.
What do you mean? Oh, as far as the yards, gotcha.
Yards total. He's 5th
Yeah.
highest in NFL history.
Lit.
Titans being the only franchise to have multiple 2,000-yard rushers.
That's fire, bro. That's a good stat.
Bro, he's been unbelievable. And to have his career day, and you remember the stat we said earlier where he broke the tie with LT, where he had 3 200-yard games with 2 touchdowns?
Yeah,
He has 5 now.
that's crazy, bro.
He has 5 now, and he's only in his 4th year. He's literally having a Hall of Fame career in front of our eyes. Like we're going to be talking about this guy for years to come. People are going to be comparing him, and we got him right in his prime. He just turned 37 yesterday. Ironically, turned 27 yesterday.
27.
But dude, there's nothing else I can say. What's your guys' thoughts on him being MVP possibly?
My thoughts are, yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, Tannehill is. Look, you traded out Tannehill. Derrick Henry did much better the last 2 years when that change was made. But also, it's proven that when when Derrick Henry isn't really going off, well, Tannehill kind of stifles a little bit too, and he's just really the engine to the whole car, bro. He gets it all going for you guys. So obviously, like as far as the Titans, he is the MVP. You guys are in the playoffs. I mean, it's a shame that a running back won't really get it anymore. That really sucks. But here's something I will tell you, bro. I mean, I don't think the day and age of a running back getting, even 1,500 yards, that's going to be an absolute rarity. I mean, most of these teams have 2 running backs. They split time. Teams are just smart. Defensive coordinators are too smart. They will load the box. They do that all the time for this dude, bro, and he still gets off. It is unreal. I'm very impressed. Like you said, for being 6'3" and the amount of speed that he has around the edge, bro, like he has everything. He is an anomaly. I can't even explain it, bro. Like he's different.
Well,
That
just
is that.
piggybacking off that, like we were talking about earlier, the top 3 rushers were him at 2,000, Dalvin Cook at 1,500, and Jonathan Taylor at 1,100.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the number 3 guy at 1,100, Derrick Henry was 50 yards away from having 1,000 more yards than the number 2 guy.
That's insane, bro.
Like it's just a different game, and he is just old school in it, and it's really paid dividends. This team has relied on him heavily throughout the entire year, and as you were saying, he is the engine. What Tannehill does good, it's because usually Derrick Henry's out there drawing all the attention and pounding that rock. I think that, especially after being paid, like a guy who just got
I
a
know,
fatty deal
bro.
and put that up, that's nuts. Like that usually doesn't happen. So it's great to see him. He definitely deserves to be in the conversation, but realistically, he is the number 2 guy.
Do you think he gets offensive player of the
I
year?
think 100% off.
I hope so.
Him
Yeah.
or if it's, in my opinion, if he doesn't get some type of award, I don't think he gets MVP either. But if he does not get offensive player of the year, hypothetically they give it to, say, Mahomes or even Devontae Adams, which they have reasonable cases as well.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get an award for the season that he just put up, it will be fucking.
Oh, I'll be really
I was
upset.
thoroughly
I
upset.
think it would be he'll win the offensive player of the year. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no way he can't.
It'd be absurd if not. But with that being said, we have our MVP.
Uh-oh.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Hey.
This one was easy. I called this one.
Yeah,
I called
yeah.
this one.
We'll give it to him.
Weeks before the NFL season started, I said Aaron Rodgers is going to come with a chip on his shoulder.
Well done.
And me and Travis mentioned this, is like Jordan Love did for Aaron Rodgers better than what any wide receiver could have done. And that is like a fire
Good way to put
under
it.
Aaron Rodgers' ass.
Yeah.
And this man, and I say that, and Aaron Rodgers had 28-2 last year with 4,000 yards. Would have been a fucking career year for 90% of quarterbacks. So, like, he comes back and puts up 48-5 with 4,300 yards and a quarterback rating of 121. 2 of those are the touchdowns and quarterback rating are career highs. For Aaron Rodgers to have a career year at age 35, dude, he's going to age like Tom Brady. He's going to age like fine wine. He's going to be an amazing top quarterback for the next 8 years. I promise you on everything. If he continues to play and he doesn't retire, he's going to be a top quarterback, top 3 for the next 8 years. Promise you on everything.
I agree. I think he's going to get a massive extension again for another 4 or 5 years, which is hilarious.
You'd be foolish not to.
Yeah,
after
of
you're
course.
doing this, and like he didn't get sacked a lot, seemingly. You know what I mean? Like everything is him. The connection between him and Adams is the best since Jerry Rice and fucking Steve Young. You know what I mean? Like, their connection is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Or even Peyton Manning and Marvin Jones, or not Marvin Jones.
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison, thank you. But this one is easy. You know, it's a quarterback's award. You know what I mean? It always will. A lot of people are trying to lobby for Josh Allen for being number 2 right now, and Mahomes obviously had this, but you know, Derrick Henry, it sucks for having such a good year, but that's a bad man. That's a bad man.
That is a bad man. Yeah, very deservingly so. 4,300 yards only because that's all he needed. 48 touchdowns.
All he needed.
It's a hell of a lot more than they needed, but that's what they got. 5 interceptions, 121 QBR. This dude's unreal. He put up a season to remember. In the one MVP year he did have before this, he only threw 45 touchdowns. Chump. Yeah.
But I think it's funny that you always, not that you were hating on Aaron Rodgers, but you're always kind of like saying, and then it was kind of like, haha, Travis, to me, that my guy.
Travis,
Oh, yeah.
come on.
No, yeah, I
No,
was.
he
gotta
did.
say.
He owned this before, but
I didn't like the way I'm not a body language. When I see Aaron Rodgers, I see bad body language. Some of the stuff he says rubs me the wrong way. And I thought that his mental makeup would be more of like, I'm going to be pissed off about this and not, I have a light fire into my ass. I'm pissed off about this, you know? I thought it was going to be more sulky than motivated. And I was wrong. He went out here and he had the best year of his career. So helmet's off to him.
I said this at the beginning of the year, and I still wouldn't be surprised, bro. When his contract's up, I could totally see him.
leaves.
Yeah, I could see him dipping, being like, "Fuck you guys," you know what I mean?
go to the
Like,
Bears.
and that'd be hard, bro. That'd be super dope of him. He's a wild card, man. And I mean, look, for the last 2 years under Matt Flore's offense, I just like the old gunslinger, like let me let it rip and like let me throw it off my back foot. You know, that's a little more wild. You might get a couple more turnovers, but he's been very safe. He's more of a surgeon now, like Drew Brees type. Obviously with much better arm talent, so let's not get that twisted, and even better mobility. But I missed that a little bit, but this seems to be a better one for him. And look, he's going to win an MVP as a result. So good for you, brother. And that's that.
that is that.
That is that.
What do we got next? We got
Travis'
Oh,
head coach.
this
Nick
is
Nash.
gonna be fun.
I like this.
All right. So what we got up next, guys, we have a list of the 6 openings at the head coaching position for 6 different teams that are available right now. And we also have a list of the top candidates that could possibly be going to these 6 spots.
What's the Monday afterwards? What's it called? Black Monday?
I think it's called Black Monday.
Black Monday, yeah. Where
Yeah.
all the head coaches get fired.
Yes. So this is a fun thing. No official head coaching hires yet, but it's something for us to talk about. And let's go on to the next one, please, Chris. We got the 6 teams. Jets.
4 people watching, just so you guys
Nice.
know. That's cool.
Hi, 4 guys. We have the Jets, Jaguars, Chargers, Falcons, Lions, and Texans. Now, before we go to the next slide, I want to ask you guys, what do you think the best head coaching availability spot is, and what do you think the worst is? Like, where would you most want to go compared to where would you least want to go? And maybe kind of fill in a little bit of the rest while we're talking about it.
Jason Garrett's got to be the worst, right?
No. For right now,
No,
just
no.
the openings, like the teams, like you'd want to go to.
Team
Oh,
vacancies.
okay. The worst situation.
The East.
You said Wheeze.
The worst.
Nice. SpongeBob, shout out.
The worst situation is by far going to be the Jets, in my opinion. Jets, just because they're the Jets, that franchise is just in disarray. And then it is the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars, in my opinion, is probably the second worst situation. And then I'm going to jump to the Lions. The Lions have a weird situation. You know what I mean? What do you do with Matt Stafford? Do you just release him? Do you try to trade him? Do you try to keep him after having a fucking perfect quarterback game to end the year? You know what I mean? Like, that's a weird situation. And then the fourth, in my opinion, is probably going to be maybe the Falcons, because they're in a similar situation. Like, what do you do with Matt Ryan? Is Julio staying? But you also do have a good wide receiver core. And
Calvin
like,
Ridley, and you got like a couple
Someone
guys.
just commented, Matt Nagy again, Falcons are interviewing Todd Bowles next week.
I just saw that too. I just got that.
Todd
notification.
Bowles, huh?
Interesting.
I just saw that. But
He wasn't, isn't he? an
He was a
old
former Jets coach, bud. Yeah, I
knew
know.
that name.
I knew
that.
that.
That
boy,
sounded
Chris.
familiar.
I liked him. He was very
Jet-like.
soft spoken, but he wasn't
Yeah.
no Rex Ryan. I'll tell you that.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
opposite of Rex Ryan. They tried to overcompensate with that hire.
Yes.
After that, again, with the same with the Falcons, I hope. I mean, you'd be foolish to get rid of, Julio Jones, but you never know. If you get more draft picks, that's a possibility. So a little bit more enticing. The second best, I guess, or you say the first. I don't know.
The second best, right?
The second best, right?
Yeah.
Third, however you want to say this, is going to be the Chargers. And it's because you have a shiny new quarterback. You know what I mean? You have a good young defensive kind of core, with the new draft pick, Kenneth Murray. I know you guys bitch about him a lot, but he is going to be pretty good here in the coming years. You got Bosa. I don't think they re-sign Ingram, but you got a core though.
Yeah.
And so that's enticing. And you're in fucking L.A. and you got a new stadium. So the even more enticing. And then the best one's got to be the Texans. And you're saying why? And it's because you have Deshaun Watson. You have a good defense. Deshaun Watson is better than I always talk shit about. He is a top 7 quarterback, top 8 quarterback. This guy's fantastic. And so, in my opinion, the Texans is the most appealing, in my opinion.
Even though that good defense just got a career high rushing from
No,
Derrick Henry?
No. I didn't say good defense.
You did.
I did say good defense?
I was like, are you sure?
I'm wrong with the good defense. They had
Okay.
J.J. Watt's going to be out too. So, but I guess the main reason that they're enticing is because of fucking Deshaun Watson. That's really the only reason.
Gotcha.
Brandon Cooks hopefully stays.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, got you.
You want me to go?
I'll go in the middle since I feel like I've been going last. And
You have been.
I don't want to be the
The tail end guy?
The best is last always, and I'm definitely not the best around here, so I'll go second. I'm going to just do who I think's the worst. I'll tell you the 3 that I think are kind of in the middle, and I don't know how to rank them, and then my best, bro. Or I'm sorry, there's 6, so 4 in the middle. So the Jets, I believe, are the worst as well, Chris. Not because necessarily the franchise is in disarray or anything like that, but it's just Jets fans are really tough, bro. New York is tough, and they're going to be hard on whoever rolls in there, and they have little patience. You're always on a tight rope over there in New York. Chris, am I right about that?
No, you're right. I mean,
I think so too, bro. They're harsh fans, and they know their shit. So that's a tough spot to walk into. What are they going to do with Sam Darnold? They have a lot of draft picks. They got the second pick. They got something. They got some compensation.
They have for Jamal Adams. They have this year's and next year's first round draft picks for him. So they have 2 firsts, 2 thirds, and a second.
Yeah, so they got a lot of work to do. So we'll see. That could all change up.
Wow,
but
they got a compensation first pick?
No. They traded for Jamal Adams. It wasn't like it wasn't a compository pick. It was just that was the compensation for Jamal Adams. Thank you.
It's just a tough one, bro. There's a lot of question marks there right now, so I think that's tough. Plus, it's cold as shit. That's always you got to throw that factor in there, right? The ones that are kind of a scratch for me, I think you throw the Lions, Falcons, Jaguars all in there as those are the mediocre ones. I don't really know where to put who. I think Matt Stafford and Matt Ryan both have been 2 quarterbacks that have been elite, maybe tier 1, tier 2 guys, probably tier 2 guys, which is really good, that have wasted away, bro, at a shitty franchise, for 10, 15 years. That is a shame for them. I think both of them are on their way out. I think that'd be smart. They're both rebuilding, bro. So do that. So the Jaguars, I don't know why I have them in the mediocre. It's Florida, so that's cool. But I don't know who their owner is. I think he's kind of
It's Shaka Khan or something like that. Shaq Khan. The one guy.
Fucking hilarious.
I can't remember his name.
If Joey's listening, he's dying laughing right now that you said Shaq Khan.
You know who I'm talking about, though? The guy he's a minority owner guy. He's got the frizzy hair. His name is Shaq something.
Oh, I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just put him there because, even though they haven't had the success that the Falcons and Lions have had necessarily, it's warm, bro. It's a good I think it's relatively mediocre. Number 2 overall, I put the Texans behind the Chargers. I know that's probably the homer in me. But
I was on the fence with them too.
It's right on the fence, right? And the reason being is because, look, sure, maybe the Texans quarterback is a little bit more proven at this point. I think Justin Herbert shows very good flashes. I think we have a defensive-ready team already right now. We could absolutely use a better running game and some O-linemen, but we've got 2 good receivers. Our team is ready to go, and I think we're a coach away from making a good playoff run, bro.
This was an 11-win team with a good coach.
Yeah, it's
this year.
Yeah,
if you had
Oh,
Mike
the Chargers?
Tomlin,
Oh, we have
or
Mike
if
Tomlin.
you had,
Yeah.
or if you had Mike Vrabel,
God,
I'm
yeah.
dead serious. That's how good I think Mike Vrabel is. If you would have put either of those coaches on the Chargers would be in a playoffs and they would have 10, 11 wins.
That's lit, bro. I feel you. I think I agree with that. Trav?
All right, well, I'm going to roll through this quickly.
And
but
LA weather ain't bad either.
Yeah, I really want to
In a
get
new stadium, fuck me.
Yeah, there's a lot of different
Yeah.
things, but here we go. I'm going to go now, guys. I think the worst job is a tie between the Falcons and the Lions. I think that they're both going to move off their quarterback. They're both going to move off of Matt Ryan, and they're going to move off of Matt Stafford. The reason I think the Lions are tied for the worst is because they're just toxic organization that hasn't won a playoff game in 4
They
years.
really are, though, huh?
I'm sorry.
And dude, ever since Barry Sanders, I swear, I
Nothing.
couldn't name a single fucking running back on that team.
No, they have no cornerstone pieces.
Don't say AP. Don't say AP.
No, they got another dude, DeAndre
Calvin
Swift.
Yeah,
DeAndre
but
Swift.
Am I stoked about DeAndre
No, you're
Swift,
not.
dude? Come on.
No, but okay.
That's where
But
I'm
You're
at.
right. You're right. Okay.
They don't have any cornerstone pieces. They don't have some stud left tackle. They don't have a great pass rusher. Their corners, they lost Darius Slade. Jeff Okuda's been a disappointment, and Matt Stafford's on his way out. I think the Lions position sucks. The second other position is the Falcons. They're actually in cap hell right now. They don't have a lot of space to do anything in free agency. And they're going to probably move off their quarterback, but they got a decent pick. I think they're 8, so they're probably going to get a guy. So I don't think that's the greatest position.
I saw them getting Fields, like trading up, trying to get Fields.
I saw that as well, which brings me to my number 3 is also a tie between the Jets and Jags. I think those are a little bit better things than you guys think, I guess.
They have higher picks.
The Jets have 2 first-round picks, 2/3 and a second, so that's obviously great. But they have a stud left tackle, Mekhi Becton. They have that spot, and if they get a Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, whoever they want to go at quarterback, they can do that decision, or if they stick with Sam.
I like Mac.
Or
I like Mac a lot.
yeah, or they could trade back. Like they could acquire even more assets. I think the Jets are in a really, really good position.
Or they get the Oregon tackle and move him to right
get
side.
P.N.I. Sewell.
Yeah,
move him
that'd
in.
be smart.
They would have a lit ass O line.
Yeah, so-
Oh God. no.
Yeah, I think that this Jets team has pieces, and I think with the draft picks, the availability at capital, and they're going to get more because Sam Darnold will get them like a 3rd or 4th round pick because I think he's still not giving up on in the league. I don't think the Jets is that bad. The Jaguars actually have over $100 million in cap space and the number 1 overall pick, who is supposed to be this next generational talent, Trevor Lawrence. But we will see. I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse and say that that's a great spot, but you get that guy, right? That's a good spot. The only thing about the Jag spot that I really, really don't like is that the owner, Shaq Khan, or whatever his name is, apparently he wants to be involved in personnel decisions. And if I'm taking a head coaching job, I want the owner to stay in the fucking box and leave me alone.
Yeah, let me do my
Like
thing.
that's the last thing I want. That would bug me.
If I paid $1 billion to own this franchise, I want to feel like I have a say in it.
I would hire people a lot
Pull
smarter
some
than
Jerry
me to make
Jones
those
shit?
decisions. Yeah, look at the
How's that
look
work
at the
for JJ?
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Well, yeah, I would want to, but like I would refrain as much as I could.
Yeah.
And then I think you guys are overdoing the Texans job a little bit too much. I think
Maybe.
Deshaun Watson, that's all cool. He's tied up money-wise. They're also in capital, and they don't have a first-round pick this year. They don't have a first-round pick. They don't have a third-round pick, and they have no cap space. And Deshaun Watson is one of the most beloved quarterbacks by all the media. Like, you watched that game, how much they kept drooling over it. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of something better.
You know what I got? By the way, I saw he accounted for 81% of their offense. It was the most in NFL history. I saw that, and I was like, holy shit. That's how bad the Texans are. But that's a credit to him, but it's a discredit to their franchise. And the fact that they don't have as many picks, like you just said, you're kind of, Travis, you're hitting me again, you motherfucker.
Well, and then the thing that kind of bothers me a lot, too, is if I take that Texans job, I'm not going to be able to get any big-time free agents, and I'm not going to have any high draft
Texans
picks.
also just got the Patriots GM, so...
There's that. So,
Are
I
they
mean,
stoked about that? Because it's not John Robinson.
Yeah.
Robinson's the reason that they built that franchise, and that's why he's on the Titans. But I'm just saying.
I would also be nervous because of how much Deshaun Watson's loved. And if I'm taking on a head coaching job, if we don't win, it's going to be because of me. Like, they're going to blame me. They're not going to blame Deshaun Watson, even though I don't have any assets to go out and get better. And Deshaun Watson is going to sit there and run around and break sack tackles and chuck it down the field and get first downs and stuff, but you still lose. They're going to love him. They're always going to love him. So it makes me nervous. I don't think it's a horrible job. I still think it's number 2, but I think it's a little bit too overrated. I wouldn't be super stoked. And I think, I know this is a little bit of bias. I can't help it, but I think this Chargers job is great. Like, this is the best tackle draft in a long time. So we have the 13th pick. Go get a left tackle. We have free agency. There's a lot of interior linemen we can go get, and that's the biggest problem is the offensive line right now. The cornerstones that they have a cornerstone wide receiver in Keenan Allen. They have a cornerstone quarterback. They have a cornerstone pass rusher who's 25 and a back-end safety who's top 5 safety in the league.
And we have some receivers that came out of nowhere off the practice squad that look very talented too, bro. That have breakaway. Guyton, yes.
Tyron Johnson, but
and Parham as a 6'9" tight end, bro. He actually put in some work.
I'm not like
There's some dudes.
I'm not getting excited.
That's
over
crazy.
those guys.
That's crazy. But
yeah, I'm not getting excited over those guys. But the cornerstones that they have, and they have cap room. The Chargers are only paying 2 guys right now, Keenan Allen and Joey. They're going to end up having to pay Derwin, and then obviously Justin Herbert's coming up.
Coaches. We'll
I think that job is by far the best one. I couldn't imagine. And Dean Spanos, he's not going to be involved. He's going to sit in his box. He's going to stay out of my ear. Tom Telesco is a very charismatic, personable GM. I think I like it. I like it a lot. I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm sure there's a little bit in there, but I think the Chargers are the number one spot.
Now let's see where they go.
Now let's see who goes where. Next slide, please, Chris. Here are some of the top candidates. We got Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator of the Chiefs.
Probably number one. That's easy. Number one. The most sought after is Eric.
The number 2 guy.
Every team that has a vacancy has requested an interview.
Yeah,
with
everyone
Eric
wants to be in me.
Yeah.
Like literally everyone.
That's dope.
The other 2 guys that are very hot right now are Brian Daboll, the offensive coordinator of the Bills, Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator of the Titans. Those are the other 2 ones that are very.
Aaron would be sad to see him go.
I would.
Yeah, that'd be just another offensive coordinator shift now, huh?
Fuck
Again.
me. That's what I'm saying. And he got promoted as our tight end coach. So it's like it was like an in-house hire, and him did. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was really happy about that. So for that, I think he stays. But I mean, if someone throws him fucking 10 million,
Yeah, if someone offers him a head coaching job,
like
he's
Jesus
gonna
Christ,
take it,
you're gonna
yeah.
take that.
Yeah, we got Urban Meyer. He's been a name floating around.
Yeah, that one's kind of weird to me, but
And then we got Josh McDaniels, who's always kind of had his hat in the ring, but I'm not psyched on. Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator of the 49ers. He's a big hot candidate right now. Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator of the Saints, and Greg Roman, who is the offensive coordinator of the Ravens. Those are some of the top candidates. Did I leave anybody out?
couple guys that I saw that floated around is Romeo Crennel. He's the one who came in for the Texans
Yeah,
head job
Bill
near at the
O'Brien got
end.
canned.
And
Intern?
he did okay. I saw his name floating. I don't even know if he wants to be a head coach or just to stick to being a DC. And then also Jason Garrett.
Yeah, that's a guy who all of a sudden,
God.
Yeah,
all of the sudden
The Chargers
decided-
requested an interview. I'm like, no.
I'm really hoping he goes to the Chargers.
I'll probably quit.
I'm not freaking out too much about it. I think Jason Garrett. I think the Chargers are casting a big net, right? They're going to sit there and they're interviewing a bunch of different people. They
You're
requested
giving
Robert
Dean
Sproles.
If they
That's way
if
too
they
much
if they
credit.
No,
yeah,
I do.
know.
I am. The fact that this dude had the nuts to go off of Anthony Lynn after winning 4 straight games like that, he had in the COVID season, he had every excuse to keep him.
This is probably the first time I've ever heard you say anything good about
Because he did something that I'm happy with.
that was respectable.
He shocked me.
Sure.
Like, I didn't think he had that in him. He had every excuse to keep him around and save that money. And now, all these, like, this is a good free agent season, I think, for head coaches. Like, these are good candidates. Like, there's 3-4 guys I would be hyped with. I would love Robert Saleh, Bieniemy, Daboll, and Urban Meyer, and Arthur Smith. There's 5. I think this
What
is.
about Dennis Allen, bro? Like the work he's done for the Saints, that's impressive.
Yeah, but I would prefer an offensive guy to kind of be tied to Herbert. That's
Where
why
do
I
you
think-
think
What the-
everyone
bro?
goes? Let's
You
go with
don't
that.
want an offensive guy?
Who's the last offensive guy aside from Sean McVay that's really done anything? Ever
Matt
since
LaFleur.
Sure. Okay.
Who else is
Yeah, but his
No, no,
first,
no.
his first. I mean, I
They were
don't know.
13-3 and 13-3. He's
Matt
26 and
LaFleur,
6 as a
but
head
you're,
coach.
You're with Green Bay, bro. You know what I mean?
Got Aaron
He
Rodgers
didn't screw
MVP.
it. He didn't screw it up.
He
The
didn't
Bears
screw it
got
up.
an offensive coordinator. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like,
but the
I
Bears
don't
have the
know.
worst quarterback in the league.
I just think that a lot of people got the Sean McVay thing. Oh, here's a fresh new offensive mind, and really all it matters is do you have a leadership?
They've been in the
Do you have-
playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years and went to a Super Bowl. And last year they were 9-7. They
Who are
haven't
we
had a
talking
losing. Sean McVay.
No, Sean McVay's been outstanding. That's what
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying.
okay.
I'm saying that it's a copycat
Sean
league
McDermott?
ever since Sean McVay became a head coach. A lot of teams have been trying to copy that, and they haven't had the same success, bro. But like at the end of the day, it's like I need to establish a culture. I need to have leadership, and then you delegate your offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Let
Who
them do
goes
their
where?
things.
Let's
Hey, we got a comment from Samuel Grimes saying Kyle Shan and Kevin Stefanski.
Kyle Shan was before.
Yeah, Kyle
Sean
Shanahan's
McVay.
on the.
Stefanski.
Kyle
Stefanski's the
Shanahan's the
Browns guy.
Niners, yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are 2 guys that are saying that the offensive
But
coor-
before Sean McVay.
Okay, but
I
like,
said
what
send
I'm-
Sean McVay.
But what I'm saying is, sure, if we want to just say if you purely hire some young offensive coordinator to be your head coach, maybe that's not the best. But look at the head coaches around the league: Sean McVay, Sean McDermott, Kevin Stefanski.
Who are the best though?
Who are the best coaches? I mean, there's old Andy Reid. He's up there. Mike Tomlin.
Patriots
I mean, Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick.
defensive.
Sean,
All right, fine, it
Sean
doesn't
Payton's
matter.
offensive.
True.
Andy Reid's offensive. Who else is coming out? Kyle Shanahan was in the Super Bowl last year. He's offensive.
We said him already.
I don't remember. Well, that's my point. Like, I think you're kind of fight. Sean McDermott's an offensive head coach. Like, he's an O coordinator.
Okay, let me get you a question.
There we
Get
go.
this
So we
going.
get your role. I'm just trying to
Get
defend
this
myself.
rolling.
Like,
I know.
I think this is.
Let me ask you guys a question. As a Charger fan, who do you guys want, and who do you guys think they're going to hire?
Dan, go ahead.
And I also am asking this to Sam.
Hey, Sam and Olivia,
Sam.
you 2 guys watching.
Sam,
Who do you
let
think
me
they're
know
going to
who
get?
do you think, and who do you want?
God, we're talking
Two different
like
things,
one-
or possibly the same.
Let me see who else is on YouTube. I think I would. Well, no, I think I would want Eric Bieniemy or Robert Salah. I think both of them have been really good. I like Robert Salah, dude.
Who do you guys think you get? That is different. That is.
Oh, you said want though, right?
Who do you
Want and
want?
think.
But like, who do you really actually like? Come
Think?
on, realistically think that you guys are going to be like, yeah, we're probably going to pull a trigger because this is our franchise kind of shit.
So those are the two guys that I'd be very happy with. I think those would be home run shots. Travis, can you agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, right? I think truly that we get Bieniemy, bro. And, like, I think that is because he thinks that is the most appealing coaching job. He looks at Justin Herbert as a shiny new toy. He does a lot of same things that Patrick Mahomes does. And I think he'll come to us for that reason.
I want Eric Bieniemy, but I think it's going to be Brian Dabble. I think he's going to command less money. He won't be as hot of a candidate as Eric Bieniemy is.
Yeah.
And I think the stuff that he's done with Buffalo and progression of Josh Allen, the fact that they got their offense going, they're a physical team, and I think he's part of a good culture. Sean McDermott has a great culture down in
Yeah, he's
Buffalo,
lit.
or I guess up in Buffalo. I also am not mad about it. Like, I think he might be my number two, like tied for two, because for me, it's Eric Bieniemy, Brian Dabble, and Robert Saleh tied. And 3 is Arthur Smith.
Got you.
I do not want to touch Josh McDaniels. I do not want to touch Jason Garrett. Dennis Allen, I don't think that he's a guy that gets me excited. I mean,
Not
it's
really.
fine, but he doesn't get me excited. I just think that
I don't like his look right there.
yeah, he just looks like a guy
looks
that's going to
like
get fired. He looks like Mike McCoy.
I definitely don't want Josh McDaniels either. Yeah, Mike McCoy, that's facts.
And
bro.
I don't want Urban Meyer because there's a couple things about him that make me feel uncomfortable. The fact that he is such
commanding
a short,
over $10 million a
there's
year.
that, and the fact that he's such a short tenured guy everywhere he goes. From
Well-
Bowling Green to Utah to Florida to Ohio State. Like, he's only been there 4 or 5 years and bounced because of health problems or problems that go on off the field with the head coach. The assistant coach.
We got some comments here. Matt Man Game says the guy from the Chiefs would be the best fit. And then
Bet.
Samuel Grimes says wants Salah and thinking we take Bieniemy.
Oh, well, either
Nice.
one of those I'd be happy with. But, yeah, I just don't want Urban Meyer. And plus, like, he's never sniffed the NFL. Like, a lot of college coaches, like Pete Carroll was in the NFL and was a great college football head coach. Who else was the guy? Like, even, what's his name, Jim Harbaugh? When he was on the Niners, or John Harbaugh, whichever one he is. He was in the NFL as an assistant. Then he went to college at Stanford, killed it. And then he came to the Niners, and they had that stint. I just think he has never done anything in the NFL, ever. This is a completely different game.
Or in college at this point.
Yeah.
Urban?
No, Urban.
Oh, I thought you were talking about John.
No, I was talking about
Oh,
Urban.
definitely nothing in college for him.
Okay.
But I think Urban's never even dipped his toe in the NFL waters. I think that he's going to demand a lot of money, and I think that he's going to want a lot of control. And he doesn't get me excited.
And the fact that he's like, hey, I'll come out of retirement for 10 mil, nothing less. Well, that tells me you're kind of half in, half out anyways, bro. And it's like you're content with what you're doing, and who knows how seriously he'll really take it. So, yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't want him for that reason too. Aaron?
I think Bieniemy goes to the Chargers as well, and it's a perfect fit. You know, a young quarterback that is on the uprise. The only reason I don't think he does this is because he has to face the Chiefs twice a year. You know what I mean? I know that sounds funny, but you know it's always going to be compared. It's going to be mentioned every single fucking game. You know what I mean? Just like that is a thing. But it also is going to make you look good having a new shiny quarterback, and it's the most appealing. You know what I mean? You kind of talked me off the Texans' ledge in a way.
Yeah.
But I also see them going with someone like a little bit safer and going and get like no shit an Arthur Smith.
I think that's a big one. I
like
think
dead
is
ass
gonna
serious. I mean, Arthur Smith is not necessarily in a position to ask for a shit ton of money.
Yep.
You know, so I think it's like kind of a lower money and hire, but it's also a good hire. But I don't think it's the best. I mean, Arthur Smith has been blessed by having Derrick Henry and players to go around.
Yeah, great online, Tannehill,
and so like
Anthony Brown or Tony
he has
Brown.
a lot of
What's
benefits.
his
Same
name?
with you could say the same thing about Eric Benjamin.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean, with Mahomes and shit. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword, and I'm kind of contradicting myself with that. I just think he's going to cost less, and that's why I think the Chargers do it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Arthur Smith is the one going, but the smarter move would be Benjamin. With everyone else, it's kind of a shot. I think Urban Meyer, if he does come out, it's going to go to Jacksonville because Jacksonville is going to overpay him on some 4-year, $60 million dumb shit.
And that dude he's a billionaire to
And
the
he's going to be in
degree.
Florida, and
Shaka Khan.
old people love Florida. So I think that is a possibility. In terms of everyone else, I don't really have a good idea. I think Josh McDaniels is going to fuck around and maybe go to the Jets and You know what I mean? Just a possibility, just to play.
That's a bad hire by
It
the
would be a
Jets.
terrible idea, but like I don't know.
It's Shahid Khan.
Why is Josh McDaniels always up for head coaching candidacies and he's never been good?
Yeah, I know. Look at the Patriots offense this year. Do you really want that guy? Like, I know they don't have a lot of talent,
They have no talent. Yeah, I know.
but I mean, shoot, I don't know. I just look at this list. I think Arthur Smith is going to end up in Atlanta. I think he's going to go there. I like that fit. I think that the Falcons would make that move. I think Urban Meyer's going to Jacksonville. I don't know. Like, I've been hearing a lot about Robert Saleh going to Detroit. That's because he's from Michigan. He's from that area.
That would be a great fit for me. I like that. a lot.
So I've been hearing Robert Saleh to Detroit.
What about
Brian
Enemy?
Brian Dabble, I think, will end up with the Chargers and Bieniemy in Houston, or those reversed. Bieniemy with the Chargers and Dabble in Houston. I think those two are going to those two spots.
Who do you think the Texans get?
He says Dabble or
Dabble,
Bieniemy.
Dabble,
I think
fine.
because they're the two young quarterbacks, those are the two best offensive coordinators right now. So I think it's going to be one of those two, or even Arthur Smith. He could go there, but he's not as big of a name, I don't think. That's
We'll
why
see.
he
This
wouldn't.
this is an interesting follow, and we'll kind of. I'm sure we'll get some updates.
Yeah,
in
next
here
week we'll
coming
let
weeks.
you know
I'm sure
what's
next
happening.
week. I'm sure we'll cross some of these out.
Yes, sir.
That was a fun segment. I love this stuff.
I'm ready to move on.
I love the NFL offseason. It's so much fun.
It is fun.
I didn't
Dan.
even know about Dennis Allen. Hey-oh, look at me. Got my
Oh.
own segment.
Daniel's tough. Oh, he stole my music.
I'm going to get my own.
Remind me of Anchorman. Cut the music off. I'm still talking.
I want the instrumental from We're Gonna Have a Good Day by Nappy Roots as my intro song.
Well,
That'd be dope.
you gotta get, you're going to pay for the copyrights?
No, my people go, today.
You just
I
like
don't know.
that song.
I just like that song. I'll pick something else, but instrumentals are, you can do those, right, Chris?
I don't know, man.
Sorry, Dan. Just fork out the
Disregard.
money.
We'll do some research. If anything, we'll just sit down and you can look on Storyblocks and pick one out.
I'll hum it.
Copy. We'll figure
Oh,
it
you
all
can
out.
definitely hum that.
There it
shit.
is,
We
yeah.
can just record it and just
We'll
run
get
that
Mitchell in
back.
to do the beatbox.
Sounds about right. All right,
let's get it
so
going.
Travis had his top 10 NFL teams. I'm doing the top 10 NBA teams. Very excited about this. Clearly, we're like 7 games deep as far as the season goes, so it's way too early for this, but we're just going to run it anyways. All right.
I think it's not early enough. We're already 8 games deep.
I know, facts, huh?
That's a
Should have done like a preseason one.
what are 72 games? That's an eighth of the year already gone.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
sir.
I'm
That's some
excited,
math for you
Daniel.
guys,
I
real
love that
quick.
you're doing this segment, dude. Run it. We're just
Oh,
running
okay.
them all up there. Fuck
We
it.
just threw them all up there. Don't look at them all. Just look at number 10 first, guys.
Don't look at them all, huh?
There we go. I got it.
Guys, okay.
You didn't give me no zingers, so I didn't go.
Yeah,
one
dude.
by
You got to
one.
come up with really
give
cool
me a
zingers.
zinger.
Oh.
No, that's what I was going to say first and foremost. I'm not
Pacers
gonna do the
pacing
zingers.
themselves.
I had
at 10.
one.
Pacing fuckers.
For the Suns, I was going to say Suns out,
Let me
guns
get a
out.
9-piece chicken
The
nugget.
Nuggets. Yeah, let me get a 9-piece. There we go. See, these are fun. The Celtics are
I thought
8
of something
spots
took-
lower than they think they are.
Okay.
Fucking 2 4-leaf
Sorry, Dan.
clovers
Sorry,
there.
this is Dan's segment. Sorry, Daniel.
No. First off, I do want to preface this by saying, number one, it's very early. A lot of these teams on my list right now, if the playoffs were to start today, so the Bucks, the Heat, and the Nets would not even be in the playoffs right now, which is really insane. But they're all on my top 10 list. So this is just,
That's kind of basketball for you.
it's kind of basketball for you. Everybody's going to regress to the mean, and we know what it is. So starting it out, my number 10 is the Indiana Pacers, okay? You guys can give me your thoughts after this, but let me give you some statistics.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, you got Sabonis. He came over from Oklahoma City Thunder. He's averaging 20 points a game. They've got Malcolm Brogdon, bro. He's averaging 22 points a game. And then you got Victor Oladipo averaging 20 points a game. Victor Oladipo is a little bit upset in his contract, and I think he's probably going to want to move at some point. However, they're still doing things. Miles Turner looks really good. He's averaging another 15. He's
Also averaging like 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's a defensive presence. They're 5-2. They're currently the 3rd seed in the East. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer, bro. And by the way, Sabonis, if you haven't watched him, take a look at him. Dude is very underrated.
nice.
He's filthy. He had 1 or 2 game winners this year already. He's really lit. And, they should be top 10, 100%.
I love this. I think the Pacers at the end is going to be top 4 fucking team.
I think they're higher, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're fantastic.
It was hard. It's,
Yeah,
it's way too early.
I like the list, but I think at the end, I'm just saying, I think they're going to be a top 4 in the East.
Oh, for sure.
Get this one, bro. You've got the next one that's right above them. So the Pacers were the 3 seed. You got the Nuggets. They are the 11 seed in the West. They're 2-4 right now.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy. Let me tell you something, okay? You guys are all going to say your things. I'll tell you this, bro. They made a deep run in the playoffs in the bubble. They're tired, short off season. Let's blame it on that. Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 19 points a game right now. He's doing really good. Jamal Murray's killing it. I think he's averaging 26, give or take, something like that. And then Jokic is doing his thing. They just need to square everything away. Their defense looks a little suspect. They'll get it all together.
My thoughts on this is Denver's always problem is they're soft on defense.
Yeah,
They always have been. Jamal Murray is not he's okay, but he's not the two-way player you want him to be.
Definitely
Same
not.
with Porter. I saw him get lost against the Lakers in terms of defensive rotations. And then Jokic, in my opinion, is the softest big man I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He gets bodied every time I've ever seen him. I mean, he steps away about getting dunked on. Like he literally gets other people have opportunities to get dunk on him at least 3 to 4 times a game.
Yeah.
And for that reason is why they're so out of the playoffs right now. But they're still a solid team just because they're can be turn it on in terms of their offensive powerhouse that they could be.
It's hard to take them out if they went to the Western Conference Finals. That was my thing.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course,
they're doing
of course.
so bad, and I think they get back to it.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a top 10 team right now, but I did think they got worse. I think
Oh, yeah.
losing Jeremy Grant is
That's
huge.
what I was gonna say.
He's killing it over in Detroit, and I think that
Yep.
Paul Millsap just being another year older, losing
He's
Mason
actually having a
Plumlee.
better year than
Yeah,
last
he
year.
is.
Yeah, but once playoff time comes around, like things are
Yeah,
gonna
am
be
I
different.
stoked about Paul Millsap? No.
Plumlee's gone. Like I know those aren't huge things, but it's definitely not them getting any better. So I think 9 is a really, really good spot for him.
All right. Next one, we got the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are having a very good year so far. They're 5-3. They're the 4th seed in the East. Jaylen Brown's averaging almost 30 points a game, bro. 27 points a game, which is outstanding. Jason Tatum a little bit less, 26 points. They have Jeff Teague, and they got Tristan Thompson over there as well. So they've done some good free agency acquisitions and moves. Jason Tatum has like 2 or 3 game winners this year too. So he's been popping off. I think he had his career high in points.
He had 40 the other night, yeah.
Yeah, they look really good, bro. And, I'll put them in my top 10, but I think they're right there at 8. Next. Go
What
ahead.
I just want to say, I didn't think we were talking about
Jaylen
Jaylen
Brown?
Brown. I did not think Jaylen Brown was going to ascend to this kind of level. I thought he was going to be consistently like just a Rudy Gay type is kind of who I
Yeah,
saw.
just like a good wing, but never really.
Yeah, but he had some
consistently is
seasons,
great.
but he averaged 20, and he was solid. Maybe even makes an
I like that
all-star
comp,
game.
yeah.
I thought, but seeing him this year, this dude's shooting 70% from his mid ranges, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting 40+ from 3. He has, the game's coming to him because I remember watching Jaylen Brown watch some of the Celtics games last year, especially against the Raptors. It looked like they're kind of forcing the matter, and they look a little bit more fluid. Maybe it's losing, addition
Gordon
by
Hayward
subtraction with losing Gordon Hayward. And Jason Tatum, having someone that they seemingly can rely on to hit a couple game winners, which he has hit 2 already this year, like Daniel mentioned. This Celtic team is young. They're exciting. Rightfully so. They're a little bit lower than the other teams in the East. However, to keep them out of your top 3 in the East will be absurd. I think they're going to be a top 3 in the East, even above the Bucks, in my opinion. But maybe not the Bucks, but I think they're going to.
Maybe above the Heat or something.
We'll see. Absolutely above the Heat, but we'll see.
Well, you got the Nets, you got the Heat, and you got the Nets, Bucks, and Sixers, brother.
I think the Sixers slowly start to fall off. To be honest with you.
I'll tell you why they're so high after. But go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say Celtics. I think they're in a good spot right there. I'm just so like I know everybody hates Laker fans for overhyping their guys, but like I've been waiting for like 4 or 5 years now. When are these guys gonna go win a title? Like I know they had that great start
The
in the rookie
Celtics?
year. Yeah, the Celtics. They had that great start when Kyrie was out, like earlier in their careers where they got to the conference finals. But
They were
ever
rookies,
since then,
yeah.
ever since then it's been like, okay, this is the next Kobe Bryant. Like it almost seems like Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum at this point. Like he's almost been more impressive. He's been progressing better. I think Jason Tatum's kind of hit a ceiling almost. I think that 8's right where they'll be. I think, 8 on this list, maybe 4th in the East is right where they'll be. Bounced in the second round by a better team. I don't look at them and see a title team right now. I think they're missing one big piece.
Yeah, I think their window it's pretty far gone at this point.
I don't
Really
think
sorry
it's
to say.
gone just because Tatum and Brown are so young.
Yeah, they're so
and
young.
that's going to be their 2 guys.
They're gonna
that
need
they've
another
already-
guy.
They've already maxed signed them, but their window's not gone by no
Yeah.
means because they have those 2 guys. Their window will never be gone because they have those 2 guys,
I
in
hear
my
you,
opinion.
but they already max signed him. But you need a number 1, bro. Like none of those dudes is a number 1. They're a 2 and a 3. You know what I'm saying? So how do you max sign a 3rd? That's kind of tough. That's where
maybe you move one of them and pick for like a big, like a Joel Embiid or like a really big all-time
We'll
or
see.
all-star center.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, 100%. I mean,
We'll see.
I know. Next one, we got the Suns, bro. Would you ever imagine the Phoenix Suns top 10 on my list? Here's what I'm going to say about the Phoenix Suns. I remember last year putting it down receipts at Travis's house that I thought that they would be the 8th seed in the West, bro. They had a good culture. We got Monty Williams as their coach. That's right, Aaron? Monty Williams. Monty Williams is their coach. He's legit, bro. He's proven to be very good. I wish the Lakers would have got him at the time. Obviously, I'm happy with what we got now. They have a good culture in play. They had Aaron Baines. They just had some dudes. Ricky Rubio. They had the right kind of mix, and I thought they'd be good. Now you throw in the fact that they got Chris Paul, bro. Chris Paul took a, very subpar, to say it nicely, Thunder team and made them a playoff team, bro. They went ahead and forced Game 7 against the Houston Rockets. That's really impressive. Now he's over here. He's averaging about 13 points a game for the Phoenix Suns, but it's the leadership. It's what he's instilling in Devin Booker. That's why they got this dude. He'll come around in the playoffs and do his thing as well. I really like the Suns. I think they'll be a 3-4 seed in the West, bro. Is that too high?
It's a little bit high. I don't see them going past 3. But they're fantastic. I've talked to JP about them. I was texting with him after I was watching.
He's going to love this one for that.
The Pellies. And he loves this pod too, so shout out Japes. But I texted him about him because I know he's watching the Suns game, and when I was watching the Suns, I think of Japes. And, dude, they look good. Yeah. Ayton is a fucking monster, man. Yeah. He looked great. Mikal Bridges is coming into his own, being a 3-and-D guy. They got a lot of pieces, and Chris Paul having that leadership role, he's filling into it perfectly.
They got Jamison Crowder, too.
And then the guy we haven't even mentioned is their superstar, and they have a superstar, and that's Devin Booker. And that's nice, you know what I mean? Even when he's having off nights that you can still win, and you know what I mean? You don't have to ask Devin Booker to go get you 40 to get these W's. They're a pretty deep team, and I think Chris Paul, like you said, with bringing the Thunder team, he is that X factor. He's obviously, you're paying him to be that anyway. So it's great. This Suns team is going to be dangerous. I think their ceiling is 4.
Yeah.
In terms of it. But they'll absolutely make the playoffs. I think 8 would be absurd. I think 6 and 4 and 6.
Right in there.
If they hit 3, I won't be surprised. If they hit 7, I will be surprised.
Yeah. 3 to 6. Got you. I like that, Trav.
Well, I'm putting this on wax right now. I'm looking into the camera. The Suns will be the number 2 seed.
Oh, wow.
I think the way the Phoenix Suns ended last year, 8-0. You remember that whole momentum thing?
They're 5-2 right now, currently in the 3 seed.
Getting Chris Paul, they're a team that's Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton.
I just have a hard time putting them over the Clippers.
I think DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker are going to work their ass off during the regular season. They're going to play every night as hard as they can. Chris Paul's going to run that team as leadership-wise. Leadership-wise, Chris Paul's going to anchor that. I think they're going to be the number 2 seed behind the Lakers. I can see the Clippers not having the best regular season. I don't think the Suns are going to go win a title or anything, but I think that the Clippers are going to have a little bit lesser of a regular season. They're going to have more rest. And as far as who else in the West, the Mavs started off horrible. The Mavs aren't even on your top 10. Sorry for spoiling that if you're trying to hold it up.
Mavs and Portland.
And Portland is not on there either. And I think
this is still right, though.
No, exactly. I think that's correct. I think that I don't think the Nuggets are going to get a lot better. Who else? There's only 4 West teams on the whole list. I think that the Suns will be the number 2 seed. I think the Lakers are going to cruise and still be the number 1. And I think the Suns are going to be the 2, and then Clippers at 3. And Nuggets at 4, maybe even less. Maybe Dallas kind of gets it together. Maybe Portland kind of ascends. But I think that this list is fantastic so far. I just would put the Suns maybe even higher. That's the only thing.
Got you. Number 6, I got the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the Brooklyn Nets, man, they are the 9 seed in the East, so they would not make the playoffs today, which everybody knows it's very easy to make the playoffs in the East. Like, let's be honest, you're usually sub 500, you're making the playoffs. That's not the same case in the West.
Kevin Durant sat today, and Kyrie, they won.
No, Kevin Durant's out for 4 games. Yeah,
for the COVID
protocol.
Yeah, that's right. But Kyrie played today, and they won today by good. 15. So
nice. Yeah, so I think they are 4-4 right now. They're 500. Look, they lost Spencer Dinwiddie. He's out for the whole year. That is massive, bro. This dude is literally an 18 to 20 point scorer off the bench. He should start on a lot of teams. I really like him. He's lengthy as hell. He's got a decent shot. Like, he's a good dude, good defender, good overall player. All that depth that they were talking about the Brooklyn Nets had, I'm not really seeing it anymore. It's wearing a little bit thin.
I like LeVert a lot, too.
I do.
That was the other part of it, but he's not there.
Exactly, bro.
And plus, LeVert's kind of just a lesser Kyrie and KD. He's like an ISO scorer who can kind of play defense.
Yeah,
like,
but it gives relief off of them, and then losing Dinwiddie, which is like you said, an 18 and 6 seemed like every night kind of guy.
But this team kind of
every night.
This team reminds me of a team like almost like the Clippers of last year, where they just kind of acquired talent. They didn't necessarily build
great
a team.
comparison.
They didn't build a team.
It's a great comparison.
Whereas the Lakers, we got our shooter, we got our point guard, we got our bench, we got our, we got like the depth. Whereas I feel like the Nets are just.
They remind me of the Clippers.
They remind me of the Clippers of last year.
They remind me of the Rockets with Westbrook and Harden. To me, it's like it's not it's good talent, but not great mix.
Yeah,
same thing.
Same idea, different team, but yeah, essentially the same deal. Like it's just an acquisition of talent. It's not a built team. That's how I view it. So I think 6 is good. I like that as well.
Yeah, and that's some people will call that low, but I like it. Then you got the Heat. The Heat are starting out really bad. They're 3-4. They're the 10th seed currently in the East. Jimmy Butler's averaging about 10 points a game. Now, I was talking to both of you guys about this earlier. Oh, by the way, Bam Adebayo is averaging about 19 points, so he's doing really well. The Heat are tired, bro. They had a month and a half off. They ran up on the Lakers. We're very depthy. We have that luxury right now. Jimmy Butler is he's tired, bro. And so they're going to get much better. I really believe that, and that's why I put him at 5.
And you got to give him a little respect for being
getting
there
to the
last
finals,
year.
right?
You have to you can't just throw him out. I feel that.
This is the one I disagreed with a lot. And the reason being is, they got hot last year. If you guys remember, they came in as, the 8th seed? Am I wrong on that?
I think they were like 6. I don't think they were that low.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
Though. No, they were the 8th seed because they played the Bucks. No, they were the 6th seed.
They played the Bucks in the second round.
They played the Bucks in the second round. But they came in low because they weren't a great team.
Yeah.
They came in hot, and they made it all the way to the finals. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
However, and yes, they are tired of shit, and Jimmy Buckets looks fucking tired. He's averaging 10. He had 2 one night. And, we were calling him a top 20 guy. You can't have 2 and be a top 20 guy. Bam, that means you're asking a lot of, Duncan Robinson, all these, young guys, Chris Dunn, and they're not answering. And I think it was a product of them getting hot at the right time, and that's why I don't think they're a top 5 team. I would put them at 10 at best right now. And so top 5 is being stupid generous. And I think you're reading too much into they're tired and shit because they weren't popping bottles. They weren't celebrating. What the fuck were they celebrating for? I hope they're still back. I don't know. And that's my opinion. Dragic is, good on offense, but he's a defense liability still. All these little, not to be anything, but little white boys are liabilities in a way.
Yeah.
So I don't think that the Heat are as good as you make them out to be.
Gotcha.
I already gave my take, remember?
Okay, copy that. I totally forgot, but yes, I'm with it. All right, next one I got the Milwaukee Bucks. They're also doing bad, bro. They're 4-3. Well, they're okay. 4-3. They're the 7th seed currently in the East right now. Look, they have the back-to-back reigning MVP right now in Giannis, right? Is that correct?
That is correct.
He's had outstanding regular season performances. We call him the Peyton Manning of the NBA currently.
Or the Lamar Jackson.
Or the Lamar Jackson.
The guy that doesn't go in the playoffs. Yeah.
He's that's a great point, bro. I will call him the Lamar Jackson, bro, and Giannis. Like, that's the thing. It's like, well, until you can prove that you can get it done in the playoffs, then I don't really know what to tell you, brother. Look, if Chris Middleton's your number 2 that you paid a max contract to, well, that's really a problem, in my opinion. That's why you're that low. You have a top probably 3 to 4 player in the NBA.
How much better did you get from going from Eric Bledsoe to Drew Holiday?
I think the playoffs.
How much better did you get? We'll see in playoffs, but I don't think that jump was that significant.
Not crazy, and they missed the bridge on not signing
Malcolm Brogdon.
Yep.
No, you're talking about Bogdanovich?
Bogdanovich, that one hurt. That was a request by Giannis. They wanted him, but then Giannis still managed to sign his 5-year contract. So he's loyal to a fault, I believe. He's very, very good until he can show me that he has a consistent jumper. Well, dude, you are Lamar Jackson. You load the box. You know that you can't throw outside to a receiver, a.k.a. shoot a shot or a three-pointer. And that's a wrap, bro. Like, the Heat just absolutely, it was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing series.
And the year
that
before
was really
against the
bad.
Raptors, they were up 2-0 and got swept
Kawhi
4 games in a row.
bodied him.
Dude, it's like when the playoffs come around and you got to slow things down.
He's
You
like-
game plan. You really think about it. It's like, okay, now it's, we got a 7-game series. Let me really, really look into things.
Just like the Rockets. The Rockets, you have James Harden for a 7-game series. It's different than facing him on a one-off. You can adjust.
Facts,
it's
bro.
the same exact thing. Playoffs are different, and there's a specific type of dude.
But they're a fantastic regular season.
They are. So we got them at 4. Next one, we got number 3, the Clippers. I just feel like you got to put them up there. I think they're the number 2 seed. They're the number 3 seed right now in the West. They're 5-2. Look, I'm not threatened by them if I'm a Lakers fan by any means. I think that they've digressed in a lot of ways. They signed a lot of dudes to some very hefty contracts. They signed Morris to about $50 million over the course of 4 years, which is insane.
Luke Kennard, $64 million.
Luke Kennard, $64 million off the bench. This guy's averaging like 9 points a game right now. Did we look up his stats a couple weeks ago? Remember I looked him up with you guys?
And they were bad.
And he looks bad.
Dude.
I'm like playing him. I'm like,
they started him
why
when-
did he play? Why is he getting that kind of money? Like, I literally didn't even know his fucking name, and I know everybody's name.
Kuz's a head above, like a full head above Luke Kennard right now, and he's making $24 million less.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. A full head above him. And then we have the Morris twin on the Lakers who is making a fraction of the price of their Morris.
$3.3 million.
And he's just as serviceable, just the same exact guy. They're twins, for the God's sakes. Like, so what are we talking about? That'll hinder them for sure. I think the Clippers took a step back, bro. They could have signed Montrezl.
Lost by 50, bro.
They lost by 50. But you still put him at number 3 because you got Kawhi Leonard, bro, and like it is what it is. And
Paul George had some flashes. Like he dropped 39.
Bro, he looks good right now.
No, but right after that 13 makes and 18 points, he followed that up with a 12-point game. And he went 3 of 18, bro. So it's just like, dude, like I like Paul George. I liked him on Indiana. I liked him on OKC. I like Paul George.
Yeah.
I've slandered him this absolutely. You can't talk and then not back it up and then cry about it and then blame other people. That's not a good look. And like you tweeted about saying like maybe I'm giving this guy too much shit. Fuck that. He deserves it. You're an NBA player. You're going to get shit.
That's the Sam commented. He's like, nah, screw that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. And I'm with that, bro. Like, listen, like, you can't idolize Kobe and talk about, like, you the fucking man and call me fucking this guy and then lay 13-point eggs, bro. I can't see that out of my guy. I need 20 points every fucking night. I do. And, like, sorry, it does. I don't know. And thank God you have Kawhi Leonard because even with that shitty mask that he's been wearing, this guy's still fucking doing his thing. But I say that, but Kawhi had an atrocious night, like 2 nights in a row, and we didn't hear a fucking word out of Twitter. And that bothers the shit out of me because if that ever happened, LeBron, it would be all fucking hell would break loose.
Well,
and
dude,
I don't know. I
don't
know why Kawhi and Steph are so safe from the slander.
I know.
But they are two of the safest guys from slander, and they shouldn't be.
Bro, can I tell you something really quick? And Travis,
go
you
ahead.
talk on. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say real quick.
Yeah.
The bar from LeBron is much higher. Steph and Kai.
Levels to this shit, bro. Fuck out of here.
Steph and Kawhi, they overachieved. Steph is a 6'3", 180-pound, like little kind of light-skinned dude. Like nobody expected him to be a 2-time MVP and win titles and stuff. Kawhi Leonard was a 15th overall pick in the NBA.
How about Finals MVPs?
None. Kawhi Leonard was a 15th overall pick in the NBA. Like he wasn't somebody that was
San
being
Diego
exposed.
State alum.
Yeah. Nobody expects. So for them, it's overachieving. You look at LeBron James. He was the chosen one since he was 15 years old. So the second that dude forgets to wash his hands after taking a leak, the whole world is going to light on fire. And I'm okay with that because with great power comes great responsibility. And homeboy's fucking Spider-Man out there slinging around. And he still is at 36 years old. So I'm 100% okay. Attack LeBron. Give him shit because he deserves it. You know why? Because he's fucking better than those guys.
Yeah, he is.
So good. That's what I say. Go ahead, Dan.
Nice.
You were ripping it hard. Who is that Justin Fields guy, Chris? Is that
Justin Fields is the quarterback at Ohio State.
I know, no, but he posted something on YouTube. I was like, is that the
Justin Fields?
I have no idea.
Is that the Justin
He
Fields?
says,
watching
is
our
this
channel?
live? Let's go. You guys going to have 50 subs by tomorrow at 9 Eastern, whatever that means. But
That's
you're
Justin
going to get a
Fields.
gift. Shout out, bro. Ohio State quarterback watching us, but it's not really, but who knows. I think Tyronn Lue's over his head, bro. I think I've never thought he was a good coach. I was so stoked that we never got him. And, dude, LeBron was the culture guy when you were over there in Cleveland. Is Kawhi a culture guy? Is he able to make everyone be the submissive? Like, there's just nothing going on. Who's taking over? It's probably a shit show over there, bro. You got fucking Chicken Wing Lou Will over there, bro. You got, like, what's going on? Can you imagine? I'm tripping out.
This is what I
I
see.
don't know. I think we're making it out to be bigger. I'm sure the culture's fine over there. To be honest, just to be transparent with you, I'm sure they're fucking fine, dude. You think,
Yeah.
like, dude, they're professional athletes. They're all just saying, like, they're laughing at us even talking about it. Be honest with you.
Of course.
No, that could very well be it. But you know what else it could also
I
be?
understand what you're saying. There's levels.
I just think
to it.
I think
And I
Tyron's
agree, but,
not
like,
good.
I don't, but it's just easy.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was a lot.
Well, the way last year happened, like this is obviously just from word of mouth. Obviously, I'm not in the locker room or anything, but there was a lot of words about Kyrie being, or not Kyrie. I keep mixing up their damn names. Kawhi being like late to flights, late to team meetings. He gets to take days
being
off
from San Diego
because he lives down in Riverside, I think, right now. Like, there's a lot of things about him kind of doing his own thing, and he's not a vocal leader. He's not. a guy
And
who's
Paul
gonna-
George, right?
No, and I could see Kawhi being that kind of guy who's obviously the best player, but requiring special treatment. And then Paul George kind of trying to step up and like be the leader, but nobody buying it.
Yeah.
Be like,
Paul
bro,
George's that guy who's like steps up and has that like fucking like speech,
And then
you're just
everyone rolls their
fuck
eyes.
that guy. Like I don't want him talking at all.
And that's
Fuck
what I'm
that guy.
talking about. Like
Yeah.
the speech he gave after the playoff loss against the Nuggets last year, he was like, "Man, I want to bring this group back and run it back." And I heard there was like eye rolls.
year, guys.
Yeah, and then like all this stuff about him saying this about that, like very contradicting to a lot of things that he says. I can just see Paul George trying to be that, and you got guys like Pat Bev and Lou Will and all these dudes, these vets, like rolling their eyes, be like, "Okay, bro,
100%.
I'm over the Clippers. I really
Okay.
want to know why the Sixers are number 2, Daniel.
let's hear it."
The Sixers are 6-1 right now. They're the number 1 seed in the East. They got Daryl Morey over there as their GM, and he has done an outstanding job, bro. He's been excellent. He brought 3-point shooters around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. They got Danny Green, which he did bad for the Lakers, but he's been serviceable for the Sixers.
He's been
Guess-
atrocious. He's shooting 24%.
Okay, 24%, but he's going to spread the floor. He's going to be okay. You also got Seth Curry. You also got Dwight Howard, bro. They have a lot of good role players over there, and they're the number 1 seed over there, bro. They've looked really good. Eyeball tests alone, I'm going to say I like them, and on paper they look really good as well. Daryl Morey's done the damn thing, and that's why they're number 2 right now.
I like it, dude. I just wanted to know. I think
Seth Curry's a fucking acquisition, brother.
Seth
I
Curry.
mean, the Mavericks look way worse without him.
Seth Curry is. I was about to say Seth Curry's putting up career highs in points per game. He's averaging 15.4. He's averaging 51% shooting from 3.
That's filthy.
54% overall. Both of those are career highs. He also has the best 3-point career percentage in NBA history. That's Seth Curry, not Steph. Seth Curry.
Yeah, Seth.
He's absolutely fucking monster. He's averaging, I think, 7.8 threes a game. So he's shooting at a high clip while putting up the same amount, which is absolutely perfect. I've only watched one Sixer game. They looked really good. Joel has imposed himself when he needed to. He's one of the most gifted big men in the league in terms of skill.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
he is very skilled. He has a great shot as well. Ben Simmons runs that offense really well. Again, he led the league in steals last year. He's an outstanding defender. Danny Green's only shooting 24%, but Seth Curry has made up for that. Like you said, Daniel, they've done a wonderful job. I think they're finally putting everything all together. They will be a top 3 seed. If they jump out of the number 1, it's because the Bucks steal it. And if they jump out at number 2, it's because the Nets steal it. So, that's why I think they're going to be the top 3, though. I love this team as well.
Yeah, I think the Sixers can easily beat the Bucks in a 7-game series. I think they would beat the Bucks. I think the Eastern Conference Finals will be the Sixers and Nets. Philly versus New York, the old classic rivalry. Like, I think that's what's going to happen. I love the team construction, the shooters around Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris and Joel. I love it. All on board.
All right, senor. Now the obvious one, I'm going to give it to my LA Lakers. Hey-o. I got my Lakers swag on, bro. Chris, get a look at this. Got the Lakers right where
2020 champs.
all that 2020
nothing
champs.
there, sorry.
Let's go.
Got
I
their
mean, this is a
schedule.
no-brainer. This is what I'll say about the Lakers, brother. We've gotten younger than last year after we won the championship. Our defense has given up in some areas. It's sad to not have Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee and miss that length in some ways. But our offense has probably gotten a tad better, and again, we are younger. LeBron commands the best out of his guys that he has. I think that Dennis Schroeder has done much better defensively than I've ever seen him do. Montrez is a tad bit of a liability, and Aaron will touch on that, I'm sure, as far as defense goes, but he's been very efficient offensively as well. And we are truly 12 deep. I look at our team as the Lakers the same as the Chiefs in the NFL. We coast it with every single team, and then when it's, 3.5 quarters deep, so we got about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we put our foot on the gas pedal and we win, bro, and that's just facts. Like, we're very deep. LeBron and AD should get a lot of rest, and we will cruise our way right to another championship, barring any injuries, knock on wood. Go ahead.
Travis, you want to go? I'm going to go last on this
I
one.
I did not have a lot to say. Lakers exceptionalism. Like, sorry, rich get richer. Knock me off the top of the mountain if you want it.
Okay, I kind of had a lot more to say about the Lakers. I truly believe that we are the number one. The biggest thing with me is watching. I've watched every single Laker game. I've watched highlights of them afterwards. I was watching them in Memphis in their second game right before we came here, and we only won 94-92 against a fucking Memphis team without Ja Morant. So we are coasting. We're coasting. That's what I got from it. We've all seen it. We've Montrez and Schroeder has been absolute upgrade. However, there is some faults, and the two faults that I've noticed is our defensive rotation is still developing, and I say that. You know what our defensive rating in all of NBA is right now?
Isn't it top 10?
5th.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's fucking fantastic. We have the 5th best defensive rating, and you know what our offense is?
3. He's
It's
holding up
3rd.
3 fingers.
We have the number 3rd offensive
Number
rating.
3rd, dude. Number 3rd. Can you believe that? Sorry, I had to.
With defense being number 5, dude, and we're coasting, and it looks like we're coasting, and I think that's comical. That's why, like we got younger, getting two 26-year-olds, matching it up with AD in terms of age. It was perfect offseason as you can have. AD and LeBron are playing career low minutes. This is exactly what you want.
So nice.
I say that, and LeBron still had 26, 13, and 8 tonight. He had
Oh, God.
he had a triple-double 2 nights ago. AD turned it on. He's shooting the most threes he's ever shot, courtesy of Frank Vogel, because he's asked him to, at minimum, shoot 5 to 6 threes a game. He shot 10 tonight. It was a little bit lazy to me, though, and that's what I didn't like from AD. He only had 2 shots around the rim tonight, and that's fucking unheard of because AD is AD, and he's the best, in my opinion, around the rim. So that's concerning, but they're all trying to figure out their offensive flow, their defensive flow. Marc Gasol has looked great in the shorter time that he's been here. Wesley Matthews has been shooting over 45%. KCP was absolutely shitting off in the beginning of the year before his injury. Caruso has been out the last 4 games. He's going to come back. He's been well. The biggest thing for me the only thing that I've had to bitch about is Montrez's defense. I fucking hate watching Montrez on defense, man. I mean, I've bitched to you guys both about it. I've bitched to Garrett about it if Garrett's listening. Dude, he's so fucking annoying to watch because he's a try-hard, you know what I mean? So he looks like he's trying hard, and then he gets bodied. And I'm like, you tried your fucking damnedest, and you look like an idiot getting your ass whooped. And then he's, like, constantly just, like, lazy, like, swiping. You know what I mean? He gets beat because he's flat-footed. He's not as athletic as everyone thinks. And then he just swipes, and he gets and ones on him all the time. One of the best of drawing charges. Great. It's because it's lazy, in my opinion. It's lazy defense. He's like, I'm not going to be able to get there. It's smart, in my opinion. It's also fucking lazy. Let me just try to take this charge. And then he gets fucking dunked on, or they get an easy fucking all-you-one because they just bodied him. You know what I mean? And it's fucking annoying to watch. It's fucking annoying. And that's why. And then even on offense, bro, like, there's times where, like, we get lazy on offense and we just, like, dump it down to him. And, like, I see him do a little weak-ass drop
He does,
step
like, a little
where
hook.
he gets no room from that drop step because he gets bodied.
Oh, yeah, that
And
whole
then-
dribble between the legs, like dribble,
Dribble.
step back, like, bro. Then
And
the
then he-
defender's like, go ahead, bro. I'm not going anything.
And he'll hit some, and I'm like, damn it, dude. Now his confidence is up. But even, you know what I mean?
Oh, man, the guy on my team, his confidence up and he's hitting shots. That's horrible.
I know. It sounds funny because I'm like, I fucking hope he never takes another one of those. But even when he gets around, I don't know, like, I get why he gets his stats. Because I watched him get 4 rebounds in 1 play today.
Yeah.
And it's because he missed fucking 3 fucking layups. But he tried his damnedest to get them. That's where I'm at, bro.
That's
Like,
so frustrating.
I watch it and I'm like, oh, cool, he got the rebound. And he puts it back up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Oh, great, he got the rebound. What the fuck was that? Oh, that's why I literally was yelling at the TV. I was like, what the I don't know. I grade Montrez, but I fucking hate watching him.
That's tough. What do you guys think about the list overall? Not god awful for the 7 games in rankings.
This is fantastic. I only had one argument. It's the Heat.
I would
Other than that,
swap
it's
the Heat
fantastic.
and Suns. And
I'd
think it'd be
swap the
perfect.
Heat and Pacers.
Yeah, bro. The Pacers are going to be lit. I feel you. We'll see what happens next week, bro. But I feel good about this myself, obviously, because I did it.
Good
So,
list. I like
there
it.
you go. All right, sweet. Well, that is that. So hopefully you guys got a kick out of the old top NBA list.
I think you're going to take my my torch well, Daniel.
All right, amigo.
Power rankings.
Sounds good. I'll have some nice little one-liners for you guys. I didn't want to do that because I was like, do I want to follow Travis's footsteps? But if you guys
Dude, I
want,
love Travis's one-liners.
I had some good ones, bro. I was gonna do Suns Out, Guns Out, and just some dumb shit, and like I had some
That's
stuff.
the
but-
only one. You say that
Yeah,
anyway.
that's the second time you said that one. No, but I like
I
it.
know, but it's,
If you could think of
whatever,
something
I just thought it off the top of my head. I was like,
If
okay,
you can think of something else, and yeah, I wouldn't mind you taking over the zingers. I would.
okay, sounds cool.
You have
dude.
my blessing.
All right, that was fun, though.
All right.
NBA look ahead. Well, we kind of covered most
I
of
feel
the
like
topics
Kind of
Yeah.
covered most of what we're going to
when we went through that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to discuss when it comes to those not top 10
I agree.
teams, right?
Yeah, we're doing a game. We're doing the game.
Hey, guess what game we're doing today, guys?
Yes.
The number game.
Yes.
Everybody's, yeah. Do we have a cheering?
We do have
No,
cheering.
we got rid of
I
that.
thought we did.
All right.
Damn it.
All right. Well, for those of you who.
We all do it at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. For those of you who may not know, who haven't listened to the podcast, thank you for listening. And the way I'm going to explain the way this game works real quick. Daniel is extremely bad at remembering professional athletes' jersey numbers. It's so funny. He can't remember the simplest ones. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play,
Simplest
Daniel's going to
ones.
play,
Thanks for the
Here's
shit
the
show.
ones I know.
Chris is
Jeez.
going to play. We're all going to go in a circle. I'm going to say a
God,
guy's
what a
number.
dick.
So for instance, I'm going to say Derrick Henry, and Daniel's going to think in his head whether or not he knows it.
32.
And we're all going to go in a circle saying if we think Daniel will know.
I'll keep score.
Daniel
'cause I
has
got
pen
my
and paper. He's going to keep score. And if Daniel does know the guy's number, then he gets a point. So that way, all five of us or four of us.
Another
can
little
play.
wrinkle, Travis always says no.
Yeah,
That's
Travis is
I
a dick. That is the other wrinkle.
And I
What
win a
dick.
lot of this game too.
Aaron,
Travis has won a
no,
lot.
you won like once, bro.
Oh,
you
he's
know,
won a lot,
Daniel's
dude.
been playing really good lately.
Yeah,
so I
as
think
of
I'm going
late.
to up the ante a little bit.
Oh, come on. Don't up the ante. I guess Anthony Davis is like number 23 last time. That was
That
a
is
song.
his
6. You
Oh wait,
guessed
he
him
was.
6.
Oh, I
yeah.
guess I'm 6.
Dude, I had a lot of people mad. Like, fucking Adrian and fucking Garrett were like, dude, no way he guessed 6.
Number 1,
I
guys.
thought Terrell Owens was number
Listen,
0.
we're always 4 to 5 IPAs deep, so that's a problem. And then you're on the spot too, and you know everyone's gonna listen, and you look like an asshole.
Yeah, but
so-
you have the whole turn to think about the number. You have like a legit 30 seconds.
What's your first
Yeah,
number,
that's
Travis?
facts.
All right,
Okay.
first guy, Daniel keeping score. Ready? First guy, DK Metcalf. Oh God. What do you think, Aaron? You think he knows
No, he doesn't, dude.
it? Chris, what do you think?
Yes.
I will say no. Daniel, what you got?
Wait. Okay. Fuck, bro. I think it's 17.
Are you going with it?
Yes.
No, it's 14.
14.
Damn it. Very close. Okay, wait, hold
Me
on.
and Aaron got one.
Aaron, I'm sorry, bro.
No,
Or
Aaron-
Chris,
Chris.
I'm sorry. Chris, I did.
I knew you didn't. But 17 is closer than I thought you were going to get. I thought you
Yeah.
were going to guess fucking probably like 62
I
or
knew he was a
something.
low ass number, bro. So I like that. I give
All right.
myself credit too.
All right,
It's
ready?
hilarious.
Come on, let's go.
Josh
3 up.
Allen. Aaron, do you think he knows Josh Allen?
No.
Chris?
I think I know it.
But does Daniel know?
Yes.
I am going to say no.
Wait, who said what? You said no?
I said no.
Chris, before I give my answer, is it okay if Chris gives his?
No.
No. This is
Well, I know.
don't care.
All right, okay, I'm going to write a number right
All
here.
right, fine. Chris, what do
Okay,
you
it's
think?
already written.
I saw you write it. You got it right.
Yeah, okay, Chris, what's the number?
17?
It's 7. I got 17 as well. Let's go. Me and Chris got a point. You guys are out. We're all tied 1-1. Let's get it.
That's very surprising.
I was thinking about it. I was like, it's a 7.
Well,
I
he,
was
ju-
like,
he
no.
just said it. That was the wrong guess for the last one.
That's
one?
why I said it. I was going to
Yeah.
do everything that Daniel guessed wrong. I was going to pick a guy who had the last number and see if he knew it. See if he could catch on.
Oh,
But
you're a piece of shit.
I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
My bad.
All right, ready? Guy
Wait,
number
we
yeah,
did.
thanks a lot,
Josh
Chris.
Allen was last week? We did
No,
Josh.
no.
just
because
literally the
you
person-
guessed
17
17
on your first one, dummy.
Oh, got it. Copy.
Yeah, for DK Metcalf, you guessed 17. So whatever you guessed for Devontae Adams, I was
gonna
going to think
put
of
for
a
the
guy.
next
Oh, what a dick. All right.
That's
All
pretty
right, so I
funny.
can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Devontae Adams.
That's a good one.
Do you think he knows Devontae Adams' number?
No, I don't.
Do you know it?
I do.
Hey, Chris, what do you got?
No.
I'm going to say no.
I think it's in the 80s, first off. Is that ignorant already?
No, don't give us guesses and look for our reactions.
Yeah, you fuck.
It's cheating.
Fuck, bro. Nothing sounds right. I I think it's 17 for some
Oh, it
reason
is
again.
17. I'm giving
Oh
it to you.
my
I'm giving it to
God.
you.
I might do this full
The fact that
17
you-
again.
I was like,
knew it was
fuck, I
17
think it's
again.
17 again.
This
you
fool
know?
said 17 at least 12
That-
times this
That's
No.
why I was like, 17 is his
Bro.
favorite number. We're going to go with
No. You don't understand, bro. That really had me fucked up because I was like, I thought it was 17. I was like, no way he does that again. So I was
No,
like, it's
see,
in the 80s.
the fact that
that
you
was a
even-
hell of a trick question, bro.
Even though
I'm
that you
stoked.
said it, I have no problem giving you credit for that. I was shocked.
Yeah, that is
I was very
credit.
shocked Daniel got it as well. Congrats, Daniel.
Bro, I feel good. Okay, I'm,
All right,
I'm
cool.
up 2-1. You guys all got 1. I got 2.
All right, next one. I don't think you're going to get this one. I'm going to go with Alex Smith. What do you got, Aaron?
Fuck, I know Alex Smith. I'd be really good at this game.
So would I.
Fuck.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, from that reaction, nah.
Chris?
I just got to rack my brain a little bit, you know?
There we go. We got the music.
Wait, Chris, what do you got?
Chris, yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Yes or no?
With a no.
I will go with no.
Fuck, dude. I feel like for some reason,
No
and
reactions,
this
Aaron.
isn't my
No
final
reactions,
answer.
Aaron.
Hold
Yes,
on.
it is. It has to
No,
be.
it's okay. Just
Okay.
Tired of this.
I feel like it's between 13 and 12. Hold on. Let me pick my pick. Am I wrong? Fuck me, dude. 13.
no, it's 11.
Fuck. Right there, bro. What was he on the Chiefs?
11.
Okay.
Ask me what he was on the Niners.
11?
11.
Okay.
He's
Well,
been very
okay, so
consistent.
everyone, we're all tied at 2.
Okay.
We're all tied at 2. How many more we got?
Let's move to the NBA.
Okay,
Let's think of a
sounds good.
Laker. You want to pick a Laker? All right, I'm going to go with Montrezl Harrell. He's a hot topic. You think he knows Montrezl Harrell?
No, there's no fucking way.
Chris, what do you got?
No.
I will say no.
I feel like, and again, this is really hard, bro, because I've barely
That is
watched.
hard. I don't think I know it either.
I think I got him as 11.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It's 15.
That's
Damn
pretty
it.
good. That's pretty close. I would have guessed. I was gonna guess 19. I thought he was 19.
Shit, that's a hard one,
Avery
bro.
Bradley was 11.
Wait,
last
so
year.
we all got no. Okay, so now you all got 3 and I'm 2, and there we go.
All right, so I'm going to pick a Charger.
I was gonna say Laker.
Let's be this the last one. It's worth 2, yeah?
All right, fine.
Can I guess? Can I
Go
get
ahead, pick one.
Nick Van Exel?
Oh, fuck.
He's not going to know that.
No.
No, it's 9. He's not going to know
No,
that.
I was going to
No
go
way.
7 or 11. I was
No,
gonna
there's
go
no way
7.
he would have known that.
I had 7 or 11 in my head.
Okay, I'll give you another
Give
one
another
then.
one.
Don't be crazy, Aaron, bro. Come on. Give me something nice. If it's the
some of these- some of
easiest,
these
if
are
it's the
too- some of these
easiest, bro, if it's Kobe, like.
What number was Nate Kading?
All right.
What do you got, Aaron?
I have no. No,
No,
because I
no.
don't know what it is either.
Chris?
I know you know.
No.
Katie had his jersey. She thought he had a crush on him.
Gnarly.
Isn't that
Nate
funny?
Kading, right?
Nate
Nate Kading,
Kading.
kicker for the.
Chris, you said no. Trav?
I'm going to say no.
Aaron?
No.
I think it's number 7, bro. Or is it number 3? But I think it's number
4?
7. It's 7.
What is it?
What is
Number
it?
10.
10.
No way, bro.
Yeah, it was number 10.
What? Sorry, I didn't know fucking Nate Kading, Mr. Unclutch on the Chargers. I would never glorify
agree,
him.
but hey, though?
Fuck Nate Kading,
but
bro.
every single time you trotted out on the field, you should have been pissed off and you recognized his number because of it.
I was pissed
Like,
off.
oh, there goes number 10.
The most accurate regular season kicker, bro, and never did dick
Would
in
you?
him.
The other guy I was gonna say, would you have known Donnie Edwards' number?
No.
59.
59.
No, I wouldn't have.
He's one of my favorite Chargers.
Oh, I loved him.
Yeah, see, I'm bad at numbers. Anyways, you guys all got a 3-way tie, and I got dead last, so there's that, huh?
Hey.
We're gonna have a 3-way, guys.
Hey, we got a
times.
comment from David Villanueva.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
really?
He said, "Keep up the good work."
Hey,
Hey,
David.
shout out, Billy.
You know we will.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Well, that was a fun pod. Lots to talk about. That was, what, 2 hours, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Was that hefty?
it's a long time, my friend.
Yeah, well, 1 hour and 52 minutes. We're approaching 2 hours.
You guys want to talk for 8 minutes?
What I kept doing was I kept going on live, and I was watching us talk. Like, I'm talking right now, but I'm on live, and it's kind of weird. It's a little surreal.
Cool, Dan.
Anyways, I was just seeing who was viewing it, you know. But anyways, hey, great podcast, friends. There's a lot to talk about. We're excited to talk to you about next week's playoff matchups and then NBA rankings and whatever else goes on in the world because it's 2021. And that's that. Big
That is
plugs,
that.
big shout out. Follow Sports and BS Pod.
Thanks for everyone that listened that came on to live too.
Yeah, facts, bro. And then at Copy and Steal, always doing it big. Thank you, Chris, for everything, hooking us up, and hit him up for all your creative needs, man. And we'll see y'all next week.
See you next week.
All right, later.
Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Side into the end zone, jump ball, and it is. Is it caught? Is it caught? Oh my goodness, it's caught! DeAndre Hopkins caught it! He caught